Welcome everybody to another Saturday night live stream, and I am super excited tonight. We have a mystery guest. This is a guest I have wanted to have on for quite some time, and I am so excited that they are joining us tonight. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, everybody, I appreciate you joining us. And just a fair bit of warning before we get started. In pre-show, we were doing lots of testing. We have had some audio issues. We think we have that all worked out, but please bear with us if those continue. I will rely on you, chat, to let me know if you can hear everybody okay. As I mentioned, this is a huge guest, in my opinion, and I have been waiting for this interview and this chance for quite some time. Before we get started, and they are patiently waiting backstage. Before we get started, I just want to say hi to a few people in the chat. We've got 19K Fox joining us, and I can tell you it is not Golden Tea, but you might be close. Stupid Fat Hobbit says it's Noob Saibot. Maybe. Calvin Wong is joining us. Glad to see you in the house. And Decadent Dave, I know, stopped by earlier as the first chatter. I don't know what happened to his chat though. Jim the Pacers fan says he is enjoying the anticipation and he will be finding out soon enough. Gotham City Arcade, thanks for joining us. And he wants to know, are we going to see new titles and cabs for Wave Gen 7 from Arcade1up? We'll find out. Maybe we will be able to ask our guest and see what they think. Jim the Pacers fan says, I think more of an overview level. And Darren Kane, former Arcade1up employee, is in the house. Looking forward to seeing who this is. And surprise, surprise, it is not Darren. And of course, Dave has joined us. Evening, Dave. And Jason, how are you doing, my friend? Thanks for joining us. The best mod in the business. Ted Adam Green, that's a new name, says, woohoo. You sound solid. Well, it's not necessarily my sound I'm worried about, but I do appreciate the feedback. And Zero Redux, thanks for stopping by. So as I mentioned, this is a guest. Oh, and there's Mike Hawkhurst sneaks in here. And as I mentioned, this is a guest I have wanted to have on for some time. And without further ado, let's go ahead and bring them on stage. Mystery guest, who are you and what do you do? Well, I hope everybody can hear you. You are coming across very choppy on my end. And it may not be coming through. Jason says he is hearing no audio. Can you guys hear them now? No audio. It is definitely coming through very choppy. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to drop and restart this connection here. Okay, let's try this again. Can you hear? Anybody in the chat, were you able to hear that? And I'm of course, no audio. You are coming through for me. I don't know why you're not coming through for anybody else. All right, let me try one more thing. Hold on one second. All right, let me bring me back up full screen here. Sorry, guys. Let me give me 1 second. Let's see if I can work this out. Loads of fun. This is not working well. Hopefully, he can get on this way. And I don't think that's going to work. All right. Well, that might not work either. I'm trying to patch him in through my phone. How do I give you the ability to share? Oh, crap. Dead air, about the best thing you can do on a show, right? This is annoying. Got to figure out how to get them in here where you guys can actually hear. It was all working before, although the audio was choppy and shitty. At least I could hear them. Okay, let's try this again. All right, can you hear? Let's see. Hope everybody had a good pre-Father's Day weekend here. Yeah, we'll do it live. I knew when we were having audio issues beforehand, this was not going to go well. All right, mystery guest, who are you and what do you do? And let's hope people can actually hear you this time. Still no goddamn audio. Let's see. Can you guys hear anything on this at all? This is so annoying. All right, let's try something different here. All right, mystery guest, who are you and what do you do?
Hi everyone, ChatGPT, conversational AI here. Discussions about games, retro games, 80s and 90s. I'll be providing insights, answering questions, joining in on the nostalgia-filled
How about that? Can you hear him now?
chat.
Oh, this is annoying.
I completely understand. Issues can be frustrating. It's a setting, issue. Check.
Yeah, I provide him a link to use his cell phone. Apparently, it doesn't work very well. All right. So maybe we will just have to come back to this another time because that's getting annoying. I can barely hear myself now doing it that way. So we will bring in next time in a better way at a future date when we've got the kinks worked out of this nonsense. Well, that's unfortunate. So I guess for now they'll remain a mystery. So freaking frustrating. You guys don't know how frustrating that is. Had this all ready to go and can't hear them. That is driving me nuts. So maybe we'll try to bring this guest in-house next time, give them their own mic and see what is happening, because this is annoying as shit. I was really excited for this. No, I'm just in StreamYard, and so had them use their phone to connect to StreamYard, but it wasn't picking things up correctly. So we tried to avoid that, and just did the call-in thing. That doesn't work either very well. My phone, I guess, isn't loud enough, and it's a newer phone, so it doesn't have any out. I was sharing it patched in through my computer so you could hear them, but apparently you can't hear the audio that way either, even though it records the audio that way. So I'm not sure why it wasn't going out over the stream, because in our pre-show tests it was all good. So I don't get it. It's super frustrating. Just gonna, I think OBS may be the right answer. Turn that into a camera and bring it in that way, but we will figure it out in the future. In the meantime, I don't know what you guys want to talk about now, because that was quite the complete and utter disaster that you would expect it to be. And there's no real news in this space this week. I think we've got what the pre-order from Buy Stuff Arcades went up yesterday. At the same time, they announced a version of that is a 3-player off-road. So that's quite the disaster. Does anybody else? We got 42 people watching. I can't get this goddamn thing to work right with them. Anybody else want to be a mystery guest for a while? I'll drop the invite in the here you go. I'll just drop the invite in the chat, and anybody else can feel free to jump on. So freaking annoying. So in general, Zero Redux, you asked if they had anything that they could share or tease. I will tell you, in our prep for the show, I talked to them quite a bit about it. I think they have some interesting takes on what is happening at Arcade1up. And so was really excited for them to share those with you. And I don't want to steal any thunder, but it was actually pretty positive. So I don't want to say too much about it, but pretty interesting stuff. So hopefully I can get that figured out, and we will just go crazy. And Talks, that's exactly what I did. Dropped a public link. We'll see, because we're also streaming again on X at the same time. So we just put that out there for the entire world. So we'll see if any lunatics drop in. Of course, we could all talk about the fact that Cornercade bought a Casino-cade for some reason. I guess he just hates money. Port of Dreams says Nod is on the way soonish. Hopefully a deal of some sort appears. Yeah, that'll be interesting. For National Owners Day, obviously they've been discounting lots of stuff every month, which has been interesting this time, doing little monthly sales, but we'll see if Nod is anything spectacular. I wouldn't expect any of the 4K stuff to go on sale, but we'll probably see some sales of the other stuff. Maybe they'll actually tell us some info about the release of the 4K Ultimate Legends. If Kermit the Frog appears backstage, do not put him on the air. Why? Maybe he'll sing about rainbows. Actually, that may be something I can do here. Maybe I can premiere our new outro song. Let me see if I can actually get into that. Which I'll be doing a full video on, and I didn't want to actually share it until the video is completely produced. But maybe I'll share it just the same. Let's see here. I might end up with the same problem. But let's pop this thing open and see. Okay, let's see if we can share this stupid thing. Actually, let me open it in a browser window. That'll work better. All right. You're about to hear the world premiere of my new LP. Let's see see if we can do this. Where are you on here? All right. All right. It says it's going to share the audio. All right. You guys ready for this world premiere music? Not the video, just the music. And Thumper Squid, thanks for joining us. In case you missed it, the mystery guest was a complete disaster audio wise. So here we go. World premiere music video. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Not the video, just the music. Let me know.
James hates it all, big and small, no exception. Gonna tell you why, right on the fly, no more questions. James hates everything, every single thing. He can't stand a thing. From morning till night, nothing feels right, but it's alright. James takes everything, every single thing. He can't stand a thing. Ooh, 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 ooh. La, la, la. From morning till night, nothing feels right, but it's alright. James takes everything, every single thing. He can't stand a thing. La, la,
All right, there you go. World premiere video coming soon. And we do have a guest who came in backstage, so don't make me regret this. Here comes Jay Pixel.
AKA Gamer Fridge. What's up?
What's going on?
I seen you had those audio problems. I'm like, man.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. It was I really had grand dreams, but I'll have to figure it out.
So, yeah. So were you just showing some AI music? Is that what you're showing?
Yeah, so that's going to be my new outro music.
Gotcha.
But I'm totally shooting a whole 90s style music video for it with all the retro 90s vibes, like boy band vibes. So.
Okay. Yeah. It had that little vibe to it. Yeah, I've been playing a lot with AI audio myself. I'm curious, what are you using?
So that was done in Suno AI.
Suno? Okay.
Yeah.
I've been using Udio.
Oh, nice.
Quite a bit. I just made one. My son, I did a video with my son. He showed how to make gamer fries, if you want to check that out. But I did create it's kind of cool because you need a song, and I'm like, I need a song about gamers being hungry. Pop that in there. And so the whole intro and everything is about this gamers eating their guts, need food and stuff. The lyrics are hilarious.
That is excellent.
And then and then it's like, all right. And then I kind of I don't know how Pseudo works, but Udio works. It gives you 30 seconds of it, and you can say, give me an instrumental part, do this to it, and you can kind of tweak it out and stuff like that. So I was got 2 minutes of it and stuff like that. So I've been playing with that.
Yeah, there's a
we've
lot
been playing with
really,
that forever now.
Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting ones. I think I think it was Suno just this last week released an update where you can actually play into it. So if you have a guitar or whatever, you can actually feed it in, and it'll extend it into a full song.
Yeah, my son's got one of those keyboards with a MIDI interface. I'm wondering if you can so he can
play a few chords and then tell it to turn it into a whole song. It's pretty slick.
Dude, I'm loving all this AI stuff, really. Except for when big companies want to use it to
like when Microsoft wants to record everything we do.
Yeah, or Adobe is getting slammed right now, wanting to have
their terms of service.
Service wants all the rights to all your stuff, no matter what you make. I'm like, oh no. I'll use CS4 for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I can make thumbnails just fine with that.
Yeah, I don't think I could live without Creative Cloud. I'm using AI for all my videos, everything. It speeds up production quite a ton.
Oh yeah. I've been doing. What do you use? Just back. What are you using for editor by chance?
Just Premiere Pro.
Premiere. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay for Creative Cloud, so I've been using CapCut.
CapCut's good too.
$70 a year, unlimited and stuff like that, and it's
it's got really good AI features that I wish Premiere Pro had, like the auto tracking and things like that. I think is amazing.
Yeah, the reason why I got it because I like to say a lot, and it has what do they call it? Editing by caption editing. So transcript. Thank you. And then it will be able to transcript edit.
That's exactly what I do. Speeds. I'll record the main track, right, the voiceover, and then just go in with the transcript. It's of course video, and be able to just chop up everything, rearrange stuff exactly like I want just by the transcript.
Yeah, and there's a button in CapCut that just says take out all the dead space and
Yeah,
it works okay. As I say, I get to the point where I could do it better myself, but it's a good trainer, I guess. Yeah. So I get to realize it when I'm saying it, and if I am saying it too much, I pause enough where I can kind of chop it up and stuff like that.
Nice. So we got another guest who just popped in. Gotham City.
Welcome.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey man, we want to get you on Arcades Anonymous.
I'm good.
So
How's
this is your-
everybody?
So Gotham, this is your official invite. We want you
Oh,
on
I think
Arcades.
well, we can get together after.
Yeah, definitely. We've been trying to get in contact with you. We wanted you on, so official invite.
That is excellent. Oh,
And he's gone.
and he's in and out.
And he's a hard guy to find.
That is excellent.
So that was James Hates Everything. That was the tune, though, right? That you were
Yep.
playing?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, what is he playing? And I heard the lyrics. I'm like, oh yeah. So what you said you use what was, remind me again?
Suno.
So
Yep.
my favorite song off of Suno is the 3 Cheeseburger song. Have you heard the 3 Cheeseburger song?
I don't think I have.
It was the #1 song, and it's funny because one of the there's like a website that you can send your own song to, and they can like flag everybody on YouTube, and they try to flag me for using it, and I fought them back. I said, you didn't make this song. Nobody made this song. It's AI, and the guy who made that AI is like in my comment section.
Oh, nice.
So I successfully won the appeal, but it's a country song about a guy eating 3 cheeseburgers, and if you find it, I can send you a link. But
Looks like Jason just dropped it into the chat.
there it
here.
is. That is that is one of my favorite songs off that website. I was like, it's so good.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up. It's great. I made a little short with that video. I was grilling out, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna throw 3 cheeseburgers on there.
All right, of course, like I can't cut and paste out of this chat.
There's
window.
Gallagher guy. What's up? You jump in too. You got me right back from vacation, man. I usually work weekends, so I usually can't jump on, but here to help you. Technical support, guys. We're used to dead air on Arcades Anonymous, so we just kind of like stare at each other, and there's like 6 of us, and nobody even wants to talk.
Nice.
But then MG gets in there and says I talk too much, so go figure.
There we go. Now I got it. Let's see if I can bring us back over here.
Get the Brady Bunch Arcade. Yeah. No dead air. We got technical problems.
Yep.
So while he's doing that, I had to tell you guys, if you guys are into like Transformers and stuff like that, if you go up to Mackinac City, they have a like 30-foot tall, it looks like Bumblebee, but they can't call him Bumblebee. He just came up last week, and I got pictures of it and stuff.
Well, I walked in the diner, hungry as can be, ordered up 3
This is
cheeseburgers,
excellent.
but now everyone's looking at me. I took a seat at the counter, tried to act real cool, but something's got folks whispering like I broke some kind of rule. I only ate 3 cheeseburgers, so why's everybody staring at me? Did I eat them too fast or too slow? Or is this something they don't see? I swear I'm just a hungry soul with an appetite wild and free. I only ate 3 cheeseburgers. Why is everybody staring at me?
And it goes on from there.
Awesome.
I'm sitting there going, this song's so stupid but so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I think the AI stuff, I can't wait till some of the really good video stuff comes out, like Sora and stuff like that. Because
to make a video to this stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm all down for this stuff because I'm sick of, I don't know about you, I'm sick of getting copyright claimed and stuff just for using like 10 seconds of somebody's song or I mean, they're I think artists and stuff can complain about it, but they pretty much done it to themselves, man. I mean, it's ridiculous that you can't use anything without it getting copyright strike and stuff. So it's
I mean, even fair use stuff, they're coming along and doing it. And what's worse is you don't need you don't even have to be the copyright holder. Like people will just submit it,
Yeah.
and just
That's what
destroy
happened with that
it.
song.
Yeah.
And I had to fight it. I'm like, this ain't your song.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So
Yeah,
I mean, I'm down for all this. I mean, we can come up with the wackiest idea and make a crazy song about it, and it's like rock and roll, man.
Yeah, one of the things, we were talking about the editors earlier. One of the things I like about Premiere Pro is the audio pieces. So you can actually take, a free use song, or, let's say this AI song or an AI track, just have it do like, the instrumental part. And you can actually stretch that in Adobe
really?
and it'll fill in, like mix it for you and everything. And then you can tag your other audio tracks, so you can label them like dialogue or sound effects or whatever, and then the music. And then it can auto dial down the volume of the music when you're talking. So you don't have to go back and like
do
edit
the
that. Yeah,
little.
you don't have to do any of that. It does it all for you. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm still doing that in CapCut but I don't know how long you've been editing, but I've been doing it for years, and it's just almost automatic as far as
Now,
but to have those little things that can up your speed, I get that.
Yeah, it's now like literally takes like three or four clicks when you're done.
But, yeah, I mean, I've edited on the PS4, PS5 has an editor you can edit on with your controller. I've tried. Yeah,
that's got to be a nightmare.
You can pull it off. I mean, it's everything's a learning curve and stuff. I've tried to edit like in anything on my phone. I mean, CapCut's on your phone.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I like. If I do shorts, I can do that on my phone, and then shoot that up to YouTube. You can do it in the web. I do like the PC version. I like doing it on the desktop. I mean, that's how we do. But I tried using, I think, Adobe's phone one. It wasn't very good as far.
Yeah, I've never tried their phone. I do have CapCut on my phone, but I haven't actually. I just played around with it.
Yeah,
I already know Premiere Pro, so I haven't messed with.
Yeah, having it on the phone. I mean, like I said, I was talking about that robot thing. I made a short called. They call it Megatron. It's a huge 30-foot robot, and I was able to film that, and then went to our hotel, and I was able to edit that whole thing and do the whole thing on my phone and shoot it up there right on my phone, and I was like on the go. So I was like, yeah, it was cool to get that up there really quick and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, for those little quick shorts, yeah, I think long form stuff I'm still doing it on my PC, but having that option to do a quick short or something like that.
Oh yeah, because I always I'm using the crappy Samsung editor, which really sucks. Like it can't do much.
Yeah,
splice some clips together.
That CapCut works, and it works with my stylus. So I have the Note, or whatever they call the Note now. So yeah, I'm able to do those tight little edits and stuff like that. And that was kind of the first time I've actually played with it. So, and I was able to use Udio. I did use Udio. So I had I just said a big huge robot that turns into a car as a song. Nice. And it sounds like the kind of the Transformers.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It had that epic,
song.
Sound to it. So they knew what I was going for. I was like, yeah, that's perfect.
That's pretty awesome.
Now I'm pimping my own stuff, but yeah.
No, all good. You're saving me here because my thing landed like a flop.
I'm your mystery guest. I'm AI for you.
Yeah, I noticed Danny's promoting his Undertaker video. It was actually pretty cool. His little tease for his WrestleMania cab that he's doing with Ezekiel.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I've been out of the loop, so I'm like literally just got back from vacation and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of getting back into it here.
Yeah, if people haven't seen it, it's really cool. I mean, it's like a little 4-minute video maybe that he put up, and he's just kind of talking about getting a new cab, and then it all goes dark, and you just hear the Undertaker bells ringing. Yeah, and then it's over.
The bell tolls.
Yeah, it was pretty clever.
You know, Danny used to be a wrestler.
No.
Yeah, he told me that.
That's crazy. I did not know that. Maybe he's wrestled what's his name? Pixel Dan.
Yeah, he told me he used to be in wrestling. I don't know if I said, "What was your name?" He goes, "Oh, I wasn't developed enough to have a name." I was like, "The corner cane." So I want
Yeah.
to.
So Danny's the king out there in the local Wisconsin wrestling scene.
Wrestling scene. He's like, he's a mass luchador out there.
Yeah.
He knows what he's out there. Let's go.
Yeah. Something tells me he'd want to be a fan favorite, not a heel.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
definitely. Yeah, I could see him doing that. Yeah, he told me that. I was like, really? And guy on our group, Chaotic, he said he used to wrestle too.
Yeah, that's
I was like,
crazy.
what is this? You got a bunch of old wrestlers here.
Yeah, that's what Mike Cockers just said. Michael B wrestled too, which I think I knew that. I think I'd
He
heard
did?
that before. Yeah.
What? Michael B did?
That's what he
I see
said.
younger pictures of him. I could see that. I can see him doing now. I could see him being Earthquake now.
Yeah, as big as he is into wrestling, that does not surprise me.
No, yeah, my son's really big into wrestling. I don't know if you are, but my son. Only reason I keep up with it is because he tells me stuff. I guess there's something going on tonight too. I guess.
Yeah, I
It
haven't.
was his birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Corbin.
Oh, well, happy birthday to him. I haven't paid attention to wrestling really since, like the early 2000s when The Rock and Stone Cold and all that. I was big into it then, but since then I haven't really paid
I was a
much attention.
WCW guy.
Yeah.
So
That was like right at the end when WCW ended, right? And merged,
okay, gotcha.
that time frame.
Yeah, I was when the WCW, some kid in our neighborhood got me into it and stuff like that, and I watched it all the way up to the finger point of Poke of Death when Kevin Nash gave it to Hogan, and I was like, I'm wasting my life, and I just turned. And so my kids later on in life wanted to watch it, and I watched it with them. But that was once Kevin Nash poked Hogan and gave him the belt, and I was like, this is so stupid. What am I doing? I was so pissed off. I'm like, why am I pissed? This is the dumbest thing in the world. And I'm like,
So now apparently Moat was a wrestler too.
What?
Yeah. So we need a home arcade wrestling.
Okay.
league.
So you can create a player in like all these wrestling games.
Oh yeah.
So what? One of these days I'm going to get everybody character. We should do this. Get everybody make their own create a character.
Avatar,
yeah, because they can do it, and then you can. I've seen like there's whole web channels devoted to just having people putting in their creative player in there, and they wrestle, and then they bet on who's gonna win, and they just let the computer do it. Not doing any betting, but I'm just saying, have a Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I was gonna say, gotta do a big Royal Rumble
with all the community, and just let it go, and we'll have it live. And I know Chaotic, he actually does some pretty good announcing because he did it for our NFL Blitz. Man, we got to make this happen.
There you go, Galaga guy.
We get you in there,
wrestling with his own thoughts and feelings.
I wrestle too. Yeah, he does. Get out of here, Galaga guy. GG8. What he lost one of his 8s on our show, I guess.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. Yeah,
he goes, I had a radio show, a working relationship. Really? At the same time, WWF killed it all.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Do we have a tape? Do we have a?
Yeah, you got to throw a link out there.
You got it. Yeah, man, we got to see this.
Yeah, I just thought The Rock was the shit back then.
Yeah,
the way he talked trash to everybody.
Oh yeah. To this day,
awesome.
his mic skills are untouched.
Yeah,
he can come out there and just blow it away. I'm like, holy smokes, man! He's every time he comes back and does something, I want to check it out. Yeah, Big Show used to be called
when he was still just a pebble.
Big Show used to be called the Giant at WCW.
Yeah, over at WCW.
And there was one time, my biggest guy was Goldberg. There's one time Goldberg jackhammered the Big Show. There's only one time he did it, and he did it live in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I seen it live.
Oh, nice!
And if you go on YouTube and look up Goldberg jackhammering the Big Show, I was there live, and that's the only time they ever did it. So you can, I think it's on the network too. I rewatched. I showed it my kids and stuff, and I showed them like there's things that are missing. Like somebody actually threw a cup of water in one of the matches, and they don't catch it on camera, but you hear the whole crowd going, "Whoa!" I go, that's it. That's when they did it and stuff. And all the security guards are coming out, and they're not even showing any of it. I'm like, yeah, dude, they were trying to get that dude, and everybody just stood there, and nobody pointed at anybody.
Yeah, that's
and
hilarious.
They couldn't catch them because nobody knew who did it, and they didn't have it on camera. So it was just like those little back behind the scenes things, and they would tell us during commercial break and stuff what was happening and stuff like that. So being on a live show, and it was like dumb too because you couldn't hear any announcers and stuff.
Yeah,
like, man, I'd rather watch this on TV.
Yeah, I got to go to Super Bowl 33. And that was my big feedback. Being there kind of like sucked. Like, of course, like,
well,
I was a huge Broncos fan, so it was awesome to be there to see that game.
Remember you telling that story?
Yeah. But being a fan and watching the game was terrible because all you can do is watch the game. There's no commercials.
Yeah.
You're suffering through all the setup of the performances and the stages and stuff. There's nothing going on. And I always tell people, like, if your team goes to the Super Bowl, go for the week ahead. The parties are awesome, and then go to a bar and watch the game. It's not worth like going, and especially the ticket prices these days. Like,
to
go to a Super Bowl is nuts. Yeah, I mean, I was lucky my ex-wife won them off a radio, so we went for free. But if you have to pay these days,
I mean, that's a
nuts.
bucket list kind of a thing, though.
Oh yeah, and it was like faded with my favorite team and my favorite player of all time.
Yeah.
Because I'm super glad I went.
Yeah. You got that forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just recently went to Michigan, Ohio State, and I'm a big Michigan fan.
Oh yeah,
and
my buddy is too. He's like over the moon with all.
Yeah, and we're champions, so that's all that matters. But going to that game, and I'm with my son, so we've been talking about it for years, and it was the first Michigan game we went to. Oh, dude, the atmosphere just, I guess maybe college games is completely different, but man, it was just hype, and they keep the crowd going. They're playing music the whole time. They got these videos going up and stuff, and they're just pumping you with energy like the whole time. Like literally, I didn't sit down more than once or twice. And the game was good, so I mean, the game was great. So that helps
awesome
too. But
so here, Michael B is talking about his wrestling. So this is where I said in that few streams ago that we need them 1/6 scale home arcade action figures to go with the new wave toys. Now we need 1/6 scale home arcade wrestling
figures.
Oh, now that we know there's so many people in this community that wrestle, we need those ones that don't move like those old school.
I believe there's a company that makes those.
Yeah,
I want to say my son showed me you can make yourself into a wrestling figure. Oh my gosh, dude, this is
that down. We'll make a whole line of them.
We gotta make this happen. We'll sell like 20 of them, guys.
Yeah, I know. We need to record stop motion wrestling matches between like Michael B and the Cornercade.
My son did that when he was a kid. All his wrestling, he did it. He did that. He did this whole. I don't know. He's like, Dad, check this out. He actually did a really good job. He was a big Hardy Boys fan.
Oh,
so
nice.
The Hardy Boys jumping up doing the.
Yeah, I remember when they started, like early. Well, at least started when they got into the WWF.
Yeah, they were doing.
Yeah,
yeah. I had 3 boys and 1 girl, and the 3 boys, once they got into wrestling, the back trampoline became a wrestling mat and stuff, and I had to say, you don't do all the moves at home, guys. You can
yeah,
RKO's out of nowhere all day long.
There you go. He's jealous of Pixel Dan because Pixel Dan does have his own figure.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Who's Pixel Dan? I don't do.
So Pixel Dan is a action figure YouTuber.
Okay.
So he's big into Masters of the Universe. He wrote like a big collector guide on Motu, and so he goes around and does shows and all kinds of stuff. But he wrestles when he travels around. So he does all these toy shows, and then he'll be guest wrestler at all these shows. Yeah.
Did you go to what was the one in Wisconsin?
Yeah, the Midwest Game Fest. Yeah,
they had a little wrestling thing going there. I think
that's
P7
big.
taped it. I was
lot
like
of
fully into it.
Shows do all the wrestling stuff. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping they have something like that when they in Chicago. Are you going to Chicago?
For the pinball.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not just pinball. Everybody keeps on saying it's pinball.
Yeah.
There's a whole retro show they're doing in partnership with.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
Yes,
that would be
you go on the
way more
website.
interested in that.
Yeah, they have all the retro game consoles and stuff. They just
nice.
partnered with them, so it's like half and half now.
Oh, a big show. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I definitely wanted to go for a lot of the tours, because I would like to go in Stern, seen a few people go tour Stern's place and Galloping Ghost and all that. But if there's also a retro show at the same time, like, I'll go crazy. I love that shit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not big into pinball, but I mean, I like it. I just got to play,
I like playing it.
I just got to play Venom. I just got to play Venom for the first time.
Yeah.
So, I didn't like that it didn't tell you your score at the end. I was kind of pissed. I was going to take a picture of my score, and it just went away. And it
didn't show it.
No, it didn't show it. I was like, and it's funny. Like, why do you suck so bad? Is this like trash talks you? And my wife got a kick out of it. She's like, wow, he's just talking trash to you.
Yeah, I like that one because you have to, beat up the different characters and all that fun stuff. Like, I think that's cool. But, a lot of those games are obviously way out of my price range.
Oh, yeah, I'd never buy one. I mean,
I do the math in my head, and I'm like, I'd have to play that game 10,000 times just to break even. And I don't play any game 10,000 times. So.
Yeah, I have tons of games. I don't play them. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to show you something. I got a prototype of Arcade1up's new product. You want to see it?
Oh, I gotta see it.
So this is a breaking news right here.
Right. Yep. Here it is.
Right,
I don't have a little breaking news sounder like Cornercade does. Oh, look at that beautiful claw machine.
Never mind this part right here.
Oh, it's a lol claw machine. It's a collab cab claw machine.
Yeah, it's a collab cab. There we go. It actually works. So
there you go. The breaking news we promised you from Arcade1up. The
claw
mini
machine.
lol collab cab claw machine.
I found this at a thrift store, and my wife's like, "You got to get that."
Does it actually work? Does it move and everything? Or do you got to put batteries in it?
Yeah, I was working. Maybe I killed it. I might have killed it. It does. I killed it. Oh my gosh.
P-Dub says it needs a riser.
It needs a riser. Well, I know
Maybe you can get G.I. Joe.
I know a guy. But no, it does work. Oh, there it goes. It starts blinking. So yeah, and then it opens up.
Oh, look at those lights.
Yeah.
That's almost as nice as the Wheel of Fortune Casino-cade with those lights.
Oh, I know. Almost. Yeah, it opens up and yeah, I was like, wow, this thing's actually cool. So I'm going to try to find so you can,
look at the speed at which that thing the claw
you have complete control over it too.
Yeah. So Zero, that was just a pile of posters, so
Yeah, right. This is what he was demoing. He was like, maybe we can make this thing. But no, yeah, it plays music and stuff too. It's annoying. I ain't gonna play the music, but yeah, I was like, my wife insisted I get this, so it was I think I paid $5 for it. But that's gonna be part of the Gamer Fridge Arcade. Is we're gonna have our own claw machine. Beat that, Danny.
Yeah,
you're in Casino-cade. I got the goods.
You need to fill that now with all them mini what are those little mini pops, the tiny ones?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out what to put in here. That I'm up for suggestions and what the grandkids could use. I'm just going to put some.
The mini pops are probably too expensive.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on it.
Get those little ducks.
Ducks. Yes, perfect. I like it.
Then you can trade one with all the Jeep owners every time you see one.
Oh yeah, dude! Is that a thing?
It is a thing. It started like a year ago, I think. It's so weird, but
I just seen a truck. I just seen that. I was up north and I just seen a Jeep and it had all these little ducks. I'm like, look at all those little ducks.
Yeah, it is all over here. The Jeep owners, like, they always give each other the 2-finger salute on the steering wheel when they pass each other.
Oh, that's like a motorcycle thing too.
Yeah, and now they all line up their ducks and they'll put ducks on each other's car and stuff. So, like, I know this one lady, she has a whole box of ducks in her in her back seat so that she can put
Yeah.
them out on there. Like when she sees people, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, my old boss was a Jeep owner, and he was telling me, I'm like, you're just a bunch of weirdos.
My old boss is a Jeep owner too. He's actually was in the chat earlier, so I don't know.
I'm
if
like,
he's
what's
still
going
around.
on, man? I mean, it's just a Jeep, man. I'm like, what? I drive my Toyota around and go, yo, man, T, man, what's up? Let's keep it real, man. T, tee it up.
Cornercade says PD7's gonna buy the casino.
Oh
cave.
yeah, I bet. Well, you was on what's the PD7 show with Mike and Zod and
Nostalgia Power.
Nostalgia Power. They keep on talking, turning one of those into a time crisis.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Just
I
cut
know. I
the
was like, that's
tiny
actually a
little
good form
touchscreen
factor.
out.
Form factor for a time crisis.
Yeah, and it's nice and thin, right? So you got plenty of room to stand back.
Yeah, you can smack that thing up against the wall. What's up, Arcade peeps? What's up? How many people we got in here?
It says 37 right now. So
Nice.
scared off a few with the broken audio earlier.
Yeah. Well, we saved it. We talk AI and claw machines.
Yeah, maybe I'll just record that as a video and just have it non-interactive apparently, but
yeah,
we can get it done.
Yeah, you had me intrigued, and then I'm like, yeah, audio problems.
Yeah, it's irritating.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm trying to set up for a new show we're going to be doing soon, and I'm like, just doing the audio is just like it works for a minute, and then as soon as you try to go live, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, and I complicate it because I have so I have the multiple mixer set up with multiple PCs so that I get all the audio from all of the PCs into the same.
Yeah, I'm running
chain.
3. I'm using Elgato Pro with the 4.
Yeah,
using that, and then
I use Go XLRs, and now that product's alive again.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
they brought it back.
They've done multiple updates in the last 2 weeks, and the whole production team is back, and they have
really
a 2.0 coming out.
Who's that guy I watch? One of the streamer guys, the blonde hair guy.
Yeah,
Senpai.
Senpai.
I forget what his real name is, but
Matt Harris or Harris Heller.
Harris,
yeah.
Heller. Good music stuff to use too. He's got the Harris. He's because he was all mad about it too. I was watching him. I was like, he's like, now what?
Yeah, they came out and did a podcast a few weeks ago and announced that they brought the team back together and all this stuff. So pretty fired up. And they started talking about the new one and all the new features that it's going to have and that they're working on. So I don't know what the time frame is. It sounds like it's going to be a while. But
well, at least they're alive.
Oh yeah. I love it. I think it's a great device, and I know a lot of people just moved away from it because they thought it wasn't going to get supported anymore.
And that's just it converts any XLR mic into like a USB or something. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so you can plug it's a full XLR, but of course you got all your switches and all that stuff, and of course it's got a lot what all of them have now. It seems like with the voice changers and the sound effect buttons and all that other stuff, but you can daisy chain them together and add more and more.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so like I bring audio in from one computer into one of them, and then that goes out into the other one where the mic comes in, and so they're just all crisscrossed with each other. And so my mic works on all the computers, and all the sound from all the computers come in, all off of one mic. But when I want to bring somebody else on, I can plug in another XLR into the other one, and get more mic going too.
You can try if you can get it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a new PC just to stream on, just because I have another one that does games and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna simplify this bad boy and just have one dedicated, and then I have the capture card where I can bring in 2 or 3.
Yeah,
and then I got the cameras. And I had to turn off the I'm using the Blue Yeti, but it's Logitech. I had to turn off their Logitech crap because it was giving me a skip. It was kind of like it was doing this. The volume was going up and down. And as soon as I turned their stuff off, it stopped doing it. So I'm like,
I used the Blue Yeti for a while. I ended up moving away from it because like Michael B, I have, mechanical keyboards because I like that a hell of a lot better for gaming and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's real clicky, but no matter what I did, that Yeti was picking it up too much, and so I ended up. I bring it out every once in a while for other, like when it's more in my arcade. So when I'm doing streaming from over there, I'll use it.
I think there's more software that can cut that out because I have a fan going right now and you can't hear it.
Yeah.
So,
well, I was at the time when I made the switch, it was
they've done a lot of software
really
upgrades
out
to
there
it
at
and
that
stuff
time.
like that. But I always like the immediate feedback. I have the.
Yep.
I like hearing myself.
Yeah, I do too. I just don't wear the headphones, so I have that coming out of my speaker so I can hear myself talk.
Yeah.
But the XLRs and stuff cancel all that out. So.
Yep. Which is good.
Did James hates everything buy Super Sprint?
Yeah, that's the big question.
No.
Yeah.
My wife would absolutely kill me if I paid $4,000 for
I have
an arcade.
way more things I need to spend $4,000 on.
There's actually a 2-player one for sale by me right now that is not fully working. But it has the coin door, all the coin mechs, it's got the 2 steering wheels. The only thing that didn't work on it was the screen. So that would need to be replaced, but it's a much smaller unit than obviously that big one. So I actually considered going and get that one because I think they only want $600 for it. And then, putting in another, if I put a Unico monitor or something in there, get it working again.
Make your own. I'm really interested in the actual computer that they're using more than anything because I know G.I. Joe built one. And the biggest thing about those is having 3 controllers is that having to remember which controller is which.
Controller is which.
When you get past 2.
Yeah. Well, even then, like I have that Akari Warriors that I modded the Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition using Glenn's sticks, and then Buy Stuff Arcades did me a 19-inch vertical screen for it and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I just soft modded it, so it's not even using a PC. And you have to, it remembers the controls, but you have to, like, every time you load it, right, you have to tap the controls for RetroArch to know that they're there, and that's annoying.
Yeah,
and that's just with
Simpsons. Yeah, the Simpsons had that too.
But
hourly. Yeah, I end up. I built a 4-player deck for my my NBA Jam. That was like one of the first mods I did. Nice. And I went and ended up. I played with a Raspberry Pi. I played with a PC. I ended up going to the PS3 because you can run. They have the newer version of NBA Jam on there, and when you plug into the PS3, it just remembers everything. You don't have to.
Yeah.
It just works, and you can put RetroArch on that thing. They had the newest version of Blitz is on there. I think 90K Fox used his to do
that did the 6-player X-Men.
It just works. It's
that's crazy.
It's like amazing. Send the link. Yeah, I'm looking at. I know it popped up here, and I can't find Gotham City. I'm trying to get a hold of him, and like Discord pops up with a little notification, and then it just goes away, and I'm like, where'd it go? So yeah, if you hit me up in Discord, Gotham City, we want to get you on AA.
I just dropped it into the chat again too. So
yeah.
Yeah, Kevin, you didn't miss much at the beginning. I sounded
dead air. You missed a lot of dead air.
Yeah, you missed like 20 minutes of me trying to get the sound to work and getting nowhere, which was frustrating because I could hear it. I could hear everything, and I don't know why it wasn't coming through. But
so were you playing through a web source or?
Yeah, it was coming. That's exactly right. I was trying to get it through a separate application that I was running to get their audio to come through, and it was not working. And so off their phone, it wasn't working either. So it was a big mess.
That's weird.
All right, he's
There
back.
he is.
What's going on, gentlemen? Technical difficulties.
Oh,
from
yeah.
my other laptops.
That's
Get the other
That's the name of the game tonight, my friend.
That's the show. That's the whole show. We'll relabel it. Technically,
I appreciate Jay for having me on your show. I was trying to hop on earlier, but my fault. There's a lot of moving parts going on.
Hey, no, not gonna be casting aspersion here. I could, big guests couldn't get their audio working right.
I had that same problem with 19K Fox a couple months back. I kid you not, mods was ruined, so I have to get a redo for that one. But I totally understand. Everybody in the whole community knows it's hard to get guests to come on the show. So what's going on? What's the topic for tonight? Because I've been watching it since getting everything together. So what are y'all talking about? I know y'all talk about mods right now.
Yeah, I mean, we've been all over the map.
Wrestling, mods.
Yep, AI. The new Arcade1up claw machine.
Oh, I seen that. I see that. I see Jay Paul, his daughter's claw machine. I have a question for y'all, gentlemen. What y'all think is going to happen for Evo? Because Evo's next month, gentlemen. You think Arcade1up is going to bring something? What you thinking?
I think that would be we lost you again, so hopefully he comes back in. But I think it's you. I still think that there's a strong opportunity for Street Fighter 3 at Evo.
I'm thinking there's a good chance for Alpha now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely with Evercade doing it. My thing is Street Fighter 3 would really jive with what Evo's doing this year. And we know Street Fighter 3 runs on this hardware, but so does Alpha.
Yeah.
So
when's the last time you seen Arcade1up jive though? I mean,
yeah.
What did they do? They did Blitz at the NBA Finals or something.
Oh yeah, they never align well, right? Yeah,
it makes sense to me.
Yeah. The other thing is we know that they've got to invest the money to make it online, right? Evercade didn't have to do that, where Arcade1up will, right?
Well, you'd think they would have the back end already, right? You think that?
Yeah, you'd think, but you don't. Like, it would make more sense with Street Fighter Alpha because it's probably an easier conversion. But I wonder if Third Strike, it's
somebody just put that game's showing off KI. That might be a possibility.
That would be interesting. Now, if you listen to 19K Fox, he thinks there's going to be a big collaboration announced at Evo.
Really?
Yeah, my personal take on that is I think it's the Bashbox guys and Unico. We know they work together. I think they're going to announce what this project for the Nova Blast.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah. My guess is it's some kind of Mortal Kombat or something. But
Unicorns are more right? Like, I'm thinking Capcom or Namco.
Yeah, I mean, it's a candy cab, right? It's
those are
Street
like
Fighter, and if you're doing Evo, it's Street Fighter. I just think there may also be, what they're doing might also have Mortal Kombat with it. Because I'm hearing something big is going to happen with Mortal Kombat, but who knows?
Which Mortal Kombat?
I doubt it's 4.
If you played 4, it sucks.
Yeah, I think there might be a new entrant into the Mortal Kombat arena that isn't Arcade1up. I
put it on my iArcade, and I'm like, why does everybody want this game?
I don't. It's because of Zohar. I think it's terrible too.
I think it's garbage. A 3 guy. I love 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you want the 3D fighter of that era, it's Tekken. It's not Mortal Kombat 4.
Yeah. That's the thing. Everybody wants Tekken, but I guarantee they're going to give you Tekken 1.
P-Dubs wants to know where the leaks are coming from.
Michael B. He did a whole post on it.
Kevin says, didn't 19K Fox also say the calm before the storm? I'm hoping the next 6 months are better than the first. I
don't know. Yes. What did he say? I'm not part of his elite crew on his
Yeah, You didn't pony up that $2.99 to get the backdoor, the secret members only.
Nah, Gallagher guy's in it. He just tells me everything.
So
I just have a friend.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody's doing anything in Q4, they've got to start announcing it soon, so it doesn't take a huge rocket scientist to
June
think we're gonna
is
start
the
hearing
arcade,
things.
the video
Yeah.
game month. I mean, we've had a bunch on Xbox and PlayStation, and
Oh yeah.
and I don't know if Nintendo's done anything yet, have they?
Nintendo
like I said, I'm
Direct
on
is-
vacation, so I haven't caught up.
Yeah, I think Nintendo Direct is supposed to be this week. The rumors are, I think it's going to be Tuesday, I think, and they'll
Okay.
announce it on Monday. But it's
What do you think
it's still
Nintendo's gonna
mostly
do?
rumors. But that's the thing.
If they're gonna do anything, what do you think it is? Switch 2?
If it's no, they said they won't announce Switch 2 until way later.
I need to get on it, man.
Yeah, I think it. The last one was all indie games. I think we might see some re-release stuff. So maybe they finally do the Zelda 2-pack from the Wii U, the HD versions of what the hell is the one called? I got it.
Of the Wii U games?
Yeah, so they did Wind Waker HD already, right? So they have the
Oh yeah. As he walks away from his own show. Let's see here. We need FNF to drop $2.99. Oh, Fast and Furious? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Fast and Furious at $2.99. I would buy
Twilight Princess. There we go.
Twilight Princess. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I had to go.
Going to shows and shopping for new buyers.
I had to go read the box.
Oh, wow! You got the whole 9 there.
Yeah, I have the complete North American Wii U set. I always thought that was underrated, and I loved the Wii U when it came out.
You're gonna not believe me, but I have hardly played any Zeldas. The only Zelda I've played is if you want to call it playing, watching a bunch of guys play it, was the one for Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, the Link to the Past.
Link to the Past. It was fun watching them play it because I wasn't into it, but they were so into it that I got into it because it was just a bunch of college guys were all playing it, and they're like, yeah, wow, we got the whatever, and I'm like, wow, cool, and then they were so hyped that we're all just sitting there watching them beat this game and stuff like that. So they made it fun, but it was
the first one made such a lasting impression on me, that really changed my world in video games. I was obsessed with the original Legend of Zelda, and so
the gold cart.
Yeah, the first one. It was.
Dude, I was sitting there watching. I don't know. It was. I grew up during that time, and I was sitting there watching a buddy play. He's like, "Yeah, check this out." I'm like, "What are you doing? I have no idea what's going on." And I'm like, "This looks boring. I want to play Double Dragon."
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely not a fast-moving game, but that's what was great because at the time there really wasn't anything too much like it. I mean, a lot of people tried to copy it after it came out, but it was.
I guess
everything was a mystery, and it. You played through it once, and then it moved everything around the second time through, and you had to relearn it all. And
I say he's back. I don't know.
Yeah,
is he...
and it was way before the internet, so everybody's drawing maps, and there's all these secret things you had to find. So you would spend hours just dropping bombs along the walls, looking for, hey, maybe there's a secret here, and burning everything in sight with your candle to see if there's a hidden bush that turns into something. It's not like today. And I always say that game that is probably my all-time favorite game. And the only thing that's really ever recaptured the mystery of that first one was the Tears of the Kingdom that just came out, this year, or last year, whatever. The joy of discovery again, and that none of the other Zeldas had ever really recaptured that until that one. And the fact that you could make anything you wanted to make was crazy.
Pretty much Minecraft and
yeah, it was Zelda with Minecraft, right? You could make bombers and cars and robots, and people were making. They have these stupid little creatures in them that you're supposed to find to unlock crap. But people would come up with torture devices for them. They're called Koroks, and so you can watch all these videos of people just torturing these things. It was so fun.
Yeah, those little side little things in games. I think I do that with have you ever played the Injustice games?
Oh yeah.
On is it Injustice or
Yeah,
Just
and
Cause? Just Cause. Just Cause.
oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, they're Just Cause. That's by the Crisis guys and all. And
Have you ever played? I think 3 is probably my favorite, and you can pretty much do the Iron Man when you get the DLC. And you
no,
can go straight up in the air, and then you just blow the crap out of things, and you can grapple people to other things, and you just like, and then you watch like 2 cars smashing each other, and you can just like experiment and like.
all right, he's
There he
back.
is.
3rd time's the charm.
All right, well, sorry, my computer did a timeout, so I had to come back in.
Update.
We just saw the spinning circle. Like,
Yeah, I know. It does that from time to time, and I guess I haven't done it in a while, so I did a quick update and hop right back on. So I know I've been hearing y'all talk about I see the chat talk about Arcade1up and all this craziness with Corner K. He's bugging out right now.
He always bugging out. He's fun to have on though.
He needs to get a job there. I think he'd be the perfect ambassador, one of the ambassadors there.
Yeah, definitely.
Write
a letter.
What recommendation letter?
Dear,
Bro, I don't think they have the money to pay anybody right
dear
now.
A1up.
I mean, what would it? I
Please
mean,
make my
honestly, what would it
favorite
take to Arcade1up to get out the situation? You would have to buy all their debt up. Then you have to
Oh,
go
yeah.
back and buy all the cabs that you couldn't sell, and then you basically would have to limit it out. You would have to take Walmart and all the consumers out of it and basically just do one-on-one contact. I think that would probably be the best bet. Keep everything small boat, maybe do 5 to 1,000 cabinets, and basically just sell them out like that. I think that would be their best bet to stay in business, because as far as the masses go, not everybody loves them like the inner circles. That's the problem.
If they were smart, I think they would invest in that app and make it a storefront so that you could add games to your existing cab.
But then you make it a multi-cabin. That makes it no point. That's like my ad games.
Yeah, they're already mini multicades to begin with, right? They got 14 games on them, or 12 to 14, or sometimes 1, and they call it 4.
I mean, that's true, but you kind of want to keep the essence of what Arcade1up is building as far as the nostalgia of the cab look. Everybody wants like 10
100%.
Street Fighters if it has a cab look, but if you could just throw it all in one cab,
you got to think it too.
People
are going to buy maybe like people with like Biggie, who doesn't have any space, and to be able to add more games to his machines that he already has, it makes sense for you just having that option. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but having an option, and it gives them a chance to sell something to you that they can make money on. And I mean,
if they
just
focus,
makes sense.
Like the plan John D had was that he would make it to where you could download other Capcom games, say on the Capcom cab. So you would get the Street Fighter cab, and then you could also go get, obscure Capcom titles to add additionally to it, right? So you're still going out and buying the Namco cab, the Capcom cab, the Midway cab, all these different ones. But now you can also go out and get, 19
out of the Capcom library.
Yeah, exactly.
Get games that would make sense for that form
they're
factor.
gonna make.
Like racing games for a racing cab. Pac-Man's going to use the
That's what the SIM card reader. The SIM card was in the back of some of the Wave 5, Wave 6 cabs. They you put the little mini SD cards in the back and probably upload games that way. That makes sense. Or you could just go and get it off the app and just download the game and just pay a price for it.
Yeah, and if they do it with, say, a 7th gen cab, right, where they put more memory on it, it gives them an excuse to get people to go buy yet again, right? Because they're not really going to improve the deluxe form factor much from where it's
unless
at,
you get
unless they go
classic
XL
games out of
or
the 80s
something.
that had those different shapes.
Oh,
that made to change up your arcade look. Get rid of these Wave 1 cabs or Wave 2s and basically slide in with better versions of the cabs with the actual body shape. That would make more sense to basically sell off your old stock and bring in new ones.
Yeah, and the thing I wonder about is, do they even have the people to do that, right? They had that relationship with Think Up, and they were the ones designing all their
They're doing all the work.
Yeah. And now that they're not partnered, like, Have they gone to anybody else, or are they just content? We have our 5 form factors. We're just going to keep cranking them out.
I would say this to Papa Brad's Gaming. Don't be mad because IRK went out of business. Arcade1up is still thriving in the space. They still here. Everybody still got IRK cabinets, but IRK is dead and gone. Stop shitting on the arcade circles. They are still thriving. Everybody is waiting for the summer to come. I kid you not. They're gonna have a cab, at least 1 or 2 cabs out there. They're gonna have some.
I would venture a guess. We're probably looking at least 4 cabs. That's pure guess.
I see that. An XL. Right?
Yeah, trying to get to 6.
Are we counting the ones we already have?
Yeah. Well, no. I think I think 6
those rehashes.
You got
4 new rehashes or 4 new.
I think there will be more. I think there will be 2 new titles in that. I think the Street Fighter 3 will be a good one. I think the one that's been leaked all year, the Robotron would be interesting. I think that would be an interesting cab.
What's the Olympic one? What's that? That
track and field.
Nah, I don't think track and field is track. I don't think the buttons can hold up
for that one. I think like the Olympics is only like a few weeks away, right? So
I don't think that's coming. That's been out for 2.5 years. That stool's been looming. It hasn't been sold anywhere. I don't think they don't know what to do with that. I think whatever vision
if they were going to do it, now's the time. But
but I don't. I mean, honestly, that cab could have been thriving for 2.5 years, where they could have brought in that Olympics crowd to buy that cab. It was at the Olympics.
Yeah,
but not to have that cab nowhere in instinct and just a stool, that doesn't make sense. I think whatever vision is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe that could end up being the 1983 cab New Wave Toys does, but I think that'll irritate people because I think they want sinister.
It'd be a little thing you're like bashing.
Yep, but
Glenn's gonna make another deck for it.
The accessories for it seem awesome though, right? You can get your little 1/6 scale pencils and combs, and so you can
pole vaulting with it.
So, what is everybody's dream cab that they would like to see from Arcade1up? Like, if you had a dream cab with 3 titles attached to it, what would be
my straight up dream cab is the Akari Warriors one. So I just built it. I got tired of waiting for them. And so I've loaded it up with titles and everything. So I still need to make a video on it, but I have shorts and stuff on my.
I've seen all your shorts, James. Yeah. Great shorts. I love love the video for it. I loved it.
But that was mine. And so I wanted to build it, and I held off because I had hoped New Wave Toys was going to release a full-size Akari Warriors with Glenn's stick. But when it became clear that wasn't happening, that's when I said, well, screw it. I'm just going to try to make it out of Street Fighter. So.
Having Glenn's sticks, that makes it as authentic as you can possibly get. So
it's got the full rotary controls and everything.
James.
What's that? Cornercade?
Yeah, he just asked you a question.
How did I put the games on it? So I did a soft mod on that one, so it still runs all the Arcade1up games and everything, but I side-loaded Retro Arc, whatever.
For what PCB are you using?
The Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition and Dynamo HS5.
Okay. Because my Simpson ones, you can do that too.
Yeah,
man, I'm absolutely loving that thing.
Yeah, it's the same exact technique. You just have to. They don't have kiosk mode on, so you just have to break out a kiosk mode in order to get to the underlying Android system, and then it's the same exact steps that you do. Yeah. And so I put a bunch of extra stuff because I had, like I said, Buy Stuff Arcades did a vertical 19-inch monitor for me for that cab. And so I loaded a bunch of other vertical screens on there. So I also have like all the Nintendo stuff, like Donkey Kong Jr., Punch Out, all that stuff. Not that uses rotary controls or anything, but it was an excuse to
works.
Get
it on there.
So Jay, what about you? Like, what is your dream cab?
A dream cab?
Mm-hmm.
Man, if they could ever get Junior Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, that's one of my 5 holy ones right there. Yeah.
Yeah, if they could ever get that rights, and supposedly Ag Games would own the rights to it because they own Miss Pac-Man, right?
Oh man, you could do if you have the Ag Games, you could just add that as.
Yeah, but they actually own the rights to Miss Pac-Man, and the people who made Junior Pac-Man is the computer club, whatever they bought the rights from. I don't know if that came with it or not because Junior Pac-Man was their game. They completely made that game themselves. but Junior Pac-Man and probably Dig Dug. Not Dig Dug. Mr. Do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Do would actually do really well out there in the space, right?
Yeah.
Along with Qbert. I think
Yeah.
you trap them at the same time. You put them on party caves. And
there's 3 different Mr. Do's too, and there's actually a Neo Geo Mr. Do. The original to me though is like a cross between Pac-Man, Dig Dug, has those elements, and if you pay attention, each board is a number. I think it goes up to 9, and I actually love that game. It's just one of those games I'll put a quarter in anytime I see it.
Play it all day long.
Yeah, I can get the diamond. You can get you get a diamond in the apple. There's like all these little tricks you can do like that. And then Junior Pac-Man, I found it on emulation, and I've been obsessed with it because I've never seen one in real life. And that's what I'm going to go into Chicago. I'm definitely going to go find me one and see about playing one.
There's one for sale right now on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know what they were asking for on it though, but I did see it on there this morning. And it wasn't anywhere near me, so I didn't. Not going to drive across the
and the
earth
elements. I mean, they just added so much to Pac-Man, and I'm a big Pac-Man guy. But they added the side scroll. I mean, they added the dots getting bigger, and if you get killed, they disappear. I mean, there's added these little elements to the idea of Pac-Man that made it so much better. Of course, Miss Pac-Man is always the number one, and then Junior Pac-Man came out.
How many Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man cabins do you have right now?
I have 3.
3? Okay, I got 6.
Nice.
I got Partycade. I got the Pac-Mania, and then I bought an OG Pac-Man from somebody.
Well,
and I actually converted that into a Junior Pac-Man.
You gotta count the stick in the back behind you. That counts as a video game. The Pac-Man stick.
Oh, yeah. I got that. 4. Yeah.
The giant joystick.
Yeah. So I got 4.
So you know the story of Miss Pac-Man, right? Where it was a
mod.
Yeah, the mod, and then Namco or whatever, sued them, and then said, "All right, we'll drop the suit if you come work for us and port this to us and let us run it, sell it."
No, that wasn't. They got sued by Atari.
Yeah, Atari.
For Defender, and they said the stipulation in the lawsuit they settled. They said you can't mod anybody else's without their permission. So they just went to Bally and they said, "Hey,
look what we did.
We already won this lawsuit with Atari, but we're willing to work with you. We have this idea for a next Pac-Man." And they were like, Pac-Man was like dying at the time. They're like, "Oh, we didn't have a next game." And then so they, I think, took like a week or two, and they modified it and made it Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah, and they put all the cutscenes in and everything.
Yeah, put all the cutscenes in and Miss Pac-Man. And Namco didn't have any. They didn't own complete rights to it. And then when that Galaga Miss Pac-Man machine came out, they didn't realize they didn't own the full rights to Miss Pac-Man. And then so I think it was like gaming. I can't remember what. Yeah, nobody's putting it in there. It's like a generic name, computer gaming company or something.
Yeah,
generic like that. And they were like, "All right, where's our money? We get a portion of all this cab." And they're like, "Wait, what?" We don't own the complete rights to Miss Pac-Man, and that's why they're trying to erase Miss Pac-Man now. That's why they call him like Pac-Mom and stuff like that. You're noticing Namco not even mentioning Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah, Jason has it on there, the enhancement kit for Pac-Man. Yep.
Crazy Otto. Yep. It's called Crazy Otto.
Kevin Clarkson, to answer your question, I'm in my last few months at Fort Bliss. I'm waiting to leave this place. I'm actually building a house with a basement, so it's gonna call Arkham Asylum. It's gonna be the attachment to Gotham City. So when I put the room together, I have everything from Wave 1 all the way to Time Crisis. So when I put the room together, it's gonna be a theme of things I bought over the years from the time I got started in 2018 to the present day. When I do the room, it's going to be at least a 30 or 40-minute video. I promise you.
Nice.
I have it coming.
Nice.
It's in my mind, but I have to wait until I get into space to do it. Unfortunately, the only cabs I got set up is the ones I got out right now, and the rest of them are all in boxes, everything, literally in boxes. I have all the Glen Retro Stig,
oh my gosh, dude, that's going to be a huge project to do all at once.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the room when it's empty, and I'm like literally almost like every day I probably put maybe 2 or 3 cabinets together, but I got ball stacks, so it's gonna be mods on top of updates, upgrades, and then everybody's making it the deluxe from 3/4.
Hey man, you don't need no new cabs. You got like maybe a 1.5-year project right there.
No, I'm an Army Ranger. I can put together stuff. Really
Okay.
So believe me, it's gonna be really fast. So, and pretty much my mom's gonna be focused on my PTSD is gonna be wanting to run through all this really quick. So it'll probably take me like 2 months to put everything together.
Okay.
It's not gonna be
Well,
hard.
if you're gonna videotape it too, that might slow you down.
Yeah, I'm gonna videotape it so it's gonna look like it's sped up, so it don't look like y'all went on my entire
You
journey.
need to live stream that bad boy.
Yeah.
Live stream that bad boy. We could be like in the chat going,
Drop
"Yay."
the Benny Hill music while you're speeding up. So what you got to answer now? What's your most anticipated?
Okay, I have it's a two-way split. I would love to see Taito come back into space and do a legacy cab with RoboCop, and then have another cab with Superman and Batman on.
Oh yeah,
double skin.
I want a bad dudes, man. Bad dudes.
Yes,
yeah.
The bad dudes will be on all three cabs, but there'll be generic titles. So I would love to see them come back because I believe Space Invaders was only out for Wave 1. I have that cab. I had to go and chase it down at the last minute, and I overpaid for it. But to see them come back into space as a title, they have an extensive library that Arcade1up never tapped into. I feel like the whole community got jerked when we didn't see them come after Wave 2. We always saw was Capcom, Midway, Napcom, Atari. That's all we was getting. And then Sega with their 2 cabs. Other than that, I would love to see Taito come back and play with their library because they have a huge library that's out there. No one realized what their library is like. So I would love to see them come back. But that's the way I would bang the whole entire community. If I was in charge of Arcade1up, I would smash y'all. I literally make sure those cabs are 500 out of the breaks. I kid you not, I will have sellouts everywhere. Literally sellouts. Because everybody be trying to grab both. But I think I would do the Superman Batman different and just have maybe they would have the same games, like the marquee games will be the same, but I would add 3 different titles to it. So that way you would have to buy both cabs.
Yeah. Yeah, I would buy that. Like, I love a Superman cab. And of course, Batman's Batman. And of course, they have a relationship with Warner Brothers, right? Or they wouldn't have Mortal Kombat and stuff. So yeah, that would be awesome, even though I don't think that Superman game is probably very good. But
I think that the fact that you have one in the house and being that Superman is coming out next year, 2025, I think it will do really well. And everybody's
it's a license everybody knows. Like, they'll sell it to just comic fans, right? It's like the X-Men 97 type thing. You slap some Superman on one side, Batman on the other, or just 2 separate cabs, people would buy the hell out of it.
Yeah,
and it'd be a reasonable price, not like $700 or $800. I would sell those at $500, evenly flat. So then they'd probably do a deal if you buy both cabs. I'd probably sell it to you for like $900. So more likely you're more gravitated to buy both.
Yeah, if they want to rehash that too, they could do like a Joker edition or something like that.
There you go. See,
yeah,
you already think. See, you're right here with this.
and tell me,
and people would buy it.
I wish they would drop some of those multi-game purchase discounts, right? Like when they did Fast and Furious. How come they didn't do like buy 2, get it for $900?
That would have made more sense.
$1,200, like, and they just miss out on all that. So it's like, yeah, I have one. I might get another one when I find one used somewhere for a couple $100. Otherwise, I'll never own another one. And if they discounted them, I might have.
I think you have a good point because I think they really did miss out a lot on Fast and Furious selling it at the price they did and not discounting the second or third or the fourth one out of the gate. So, yeah, I think they really did miss out a lot of money and a lot of opportunity to let that fan base grow, to be honest.
So P-Dubs asks a really good question here. He says, what if Evo comes and goes and Arcade1up does nothing?
I'm gone. I'm literally gone.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think. I'm a diehard, but I ain't no fool. I'm not gonna sit up there investing time in a company that doesn't care about the community that they built. So you have to look at it in an aspect. The home arcade community is bigger than them. They literally died and fell off a ship, which a lot of people have put out videos over the years showing that they don't care. And look at what they have done. John D is gone. Mr. Backrat is gone. no communication from the company, no updates, no timelines, no leaks. You have to look at it for what it is. It's like someone on a gurney dying slow. Pull the fucking plug. I'm pulling it. That's it. I don't really have faith in Arcade1up no more because the fact is they have not said anything.
Yeah.
Where's the info? They've been kind of silent since last year.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's not like I did something wrong. I'm just calling it for what it is. Now, if they happen to come back in an excellent way, I will apologize to the community and apologize to Arcade1up. But right now, I'm getting my ass up. I'm going to do something else. I got other things to do with my time to sit up here debating whether they're going to come back in this space. We all want their products. We're all willing to give their money. Then the problem is they got to sort out what they got going on. And that's an internal thing. That has nothing to do with the community because we are supporting them. You see the mods. We see the collabs. Everybody's saying what they got to say about Arcade1up. But at the same time, where's the info to keep us interested? Where's the cabs at?
You can make a furniture mod? Did you do your furniture mod?
I'm just saying you can at least give us a cab once every quarter. It could be one cab. You can keep
minimum,
it slow.
right? That's exactly what they should be looking at, even in a slow year.
Yeah, but the thing is, they haven't given us anything. When you think about 2019 and 2020, they gave us over 20 cabs fast. They were flooding the community. Yeah. You don't see none of that stuff going on. They even got rid of the party cades, the county cades. They got rid of the pro line is gone. They're sabotaging themselves. It's not like we're doing
the vault line that nobody knew what it was.
When you saw that image surfaced of the HS5 Pro the other day, right? Resurfaced. It's been out before, but it's back when they were doing the KI Pro and they had an HS5 Pro sitting there, and obviously chose the wrong Pro to release. Can you imagine if an HS5 Pro had come out at the time instead of that KI Pro?
I think it would have done really well
off the shelves.
Honestly, I would have not bought it because I do like the deluxe form factor. You could do more with the size, but I feel that when people are changing this cab size in their house to go from 3/4 to the XL, you need to flood that market. You could have did what they did. They did Golden Tee, they did Pac-Man. And what was the third title they did? And that was it. They basically shut down shop.
Yeah, I personally agree with you. If they miss Evo, they might as well just be dead because, like, you could just slap a new sticker on the side and re-release a Street Fighter and at least do something, right? Even if it's not a new title. And so if they do nothing at Evo and they're spending money to go overseas and do shop talk and they're doing IGN Live. And they're doing all this nonsense, spending money, but they don't do CES and they bail on Evo, which is like been, Capcom. Clearly, obviously, that's John D's influence, but that's been like one of their bread and butter cabs for them not to do anything. Would be, I just think, a bridge too far for most people. It'd show that really they're done with home arcade. They may release a few games a year, but they're a board game company now.
I mean, even if that's the case, John D got a company coming out. We don't even know what he's cooking up in the lab. So I'm kind of like, he's dangerous right now. You gave him money and resources, and now he has connections in the space, and he know what works. Plus, he has a fan base with all the content creators that matter. So all the big content creators like P Does, Michael B, 19K Fox, Conjure Us, those are the main ones in this space. My thing is, if he comes out with a product, he's going to send the information to those four, and it's going to flood the market. So where's Arcade1up in all this? Everybody has dropped new stuff. I see AtGaze. They got a 4K coming out at the end of the year, which no one knows anything about. It might be coming out of Evo. That might excite the community up. Unico has been absent for a while. Arcade is dead in the water. Godfrey is going out the water. My thing is, where's Arcade1up in this?
Yep.
They don't have it.
They're competitors. The sharks are circling like they're more and more. Now, John D did say the other day that he hopes maybe within a year he can make an announcement. So it's not going to be anytime soon.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean other people won't come in. And of course, Unico says they've also have other things cooking. They're just focused on the Nova Blast, right? And so there could be a wealth of competitors while Arcade1up is sitting in their corner, having people destroy their existing cabs and turn it into toilets and stuff. So, I don't know what they're thinking. Like they're either in dire straits or they're retooling, right? So that's one of the things that maybe they're spending all this time because they're creating a new PCB that's more powerful to release, the next gen of games. There's got to be something huge or they're dead.
Well, they pretty much come out and say that. Have an announcement that we're creating a PCB. That's why we're not launching anything.
They don't need to create they don't need to create a new PCB. There's plenty of chips out there that can handle some of these games. I got that Ambernick that looks like the
SP.
The SP. That sucker can do up to PSP on that thing. I mean, I'm playing what Dreamcast games on that sucker. I mean,
all the Neo Geo, like
in my hand.
I mean, those are the questions we need to ask. Why that you can play those type of games on something that small, but we can't get it on something this big?
It don't make no sense to me.
That's exactly the questions we need to be asking.
Yeah, it's just they're using really, really low-end chipsets, right? Yeah, exactly. They put the bare minimum on there to run it. And
that thing costs $60. That thing costs $60, and that screen and stuff is going to cost them more.
It costs $60 with all the hardware, the SD cards,
Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in it.
And it has
Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
Yep, and it has a fantastic screen. It's got mini HDMI out. This thing has so many features, and it's like you said, $60.
Yeah,
I have something that's going viral in the chat line. P-Dubs, I wasn't trying to piss you. I was just using you as an example. I wasn't using you as the direct tool like the Illuminati still created around Paco. You laugh and told them to go fuck themselves. I watch your content, brother. I do, but I'm just using you as an example. But I don't want the chat to go and think that I know P-Dubs has retired to a certain extent. He has moved on to other stuff. But what I'm saying for the people that's coming after the fact, like myself, Arcade Anonymous, James, Hate Everything, Corner K, all of the PD7, we're still hoping that there'll still be something in the horizon for this community. We don't want it to die. Unfortunately, a lot of us hopped in it before, during, and after the pandemic. So there is a large community behind it. Even on Facebook, there's like 60,000 of us loving these products. But my thing is Arcade1up should have come on a video. Just do a video. We're producing this chip. We got a new set of games coming out. Just be patient. Yep. That's it. You can make it 2 minutes long and walk away.
Yep.
That'll be enough content for everybody to run with for at least a year.
They are really bad at keeping the community informed.
It's called
terrible. Absolutely terrible.
They either think they need a show, which they don't need, right?
P-Dub said he ain't retired. He's like, what are you talking about?
Or they shouldn't say a thing. It's like, you can just release look what Evercade did. Evercade goes, look at our pretty graphic, and here's a 1-year thing. It said question mark for the entire year. So at least you knew, hey, they're gonna announce something in this month, and they're going to announce something.
No, this says they didn't know what they're doing.
Put that
we have no idea what we're doing.
That shit is funny as shit. That shit is funny as shit.
Like, your Wizard of War is very angry.
Yeah, your Wizard of War is killing it, man. I hate that game. It freaks my wife out.
I love Wizard of War. It's one of my best Atari games.
Like in the middle of the night, though, it starts talking to you. Everybody's like, what the heck is going on?
No, it's all good. I think it's funny. I always hear that coming out of, like, because I put a bunch of cabs in the like our break room at work, and Wizard of War always screams out of there. I can hear it, like, coming down the hall.
Too. It's like louder than all the other ones. And
I know.
It's like, what the? I'm always like, what is going on?
But
yeah, they're screwed if they don't do something.
I just feel like Arcade1up needs to just talk to the community. I think they just need. John D was actually so good about talking to the community. I think that's what allowed that company to thrive, because we knew the ins and outs and knew what was coming. Even though he didn't tell you, he kind of subliminally this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. And I think to have someone advocate for your company is actually a good thing. In this space, like even Nintendo, they'll tell you stuff that's coming out 2 years coming. They'll at least let you know. At least you're motivated, like, okay, we're anticipating the product, but not to know anything, and then the product drops, and you know, everybody's
at least Nintendo comes out and it's like, we're not talking about Switch 2. And then that's all they said. It's like, don't expect the Switch 2. Okay. I mean, at least you said something, you know.
Yeah, and last year, you know, Cyrus made this comment last year in all that release cycle that what they were going to do is stop announcing games unless they're about to hit the shore, right? Which to me makes little to no sense. They know for at least 12 to 18 months what they're working on. They're not going to be canceled. I get not announcing something 2 years ahead of time and then it never come to fruition, like Aliens versus Predator or Track and Field or whatever. But once it's entered production, you can make an announcement, right? You know you're building the cab. You know you're going to release it. It's already on its way to be manufactured.
Yeah, and then we find out by like some random posting on some random website that nobody's heard of that, oh, they have a placeholder there, and you know,
they go to sleep in a retailer room.
You mean Randy's Records leak? Randy's Records.
Who are these guys? How they get Arcade1up's?
Shout out to Randy's Records.
I never heard of what's that furniture, Nebraska furniture. I've never even
heard I never heard of that. They just
I'm like, who the heck is Nebraska furniture store? I'm like, what?
So I normally have my Nebraska Furniture Mart cup with me, but it's tonight. It's
like all of a sudden they're selling arcades. I'm like, my local pawn shop's got the latest Arcade1up. I'm like, what?
Oh
it's
yeah.
What's going on?
That's what kills you is like there is a ton of places that carry these things, and there's a ton more demand than I think people realize, right? Like when I put out my Nebraska Furniture Mart video months ago, it in like 2 days got close to 15,000 views.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it exploded, and all it was me walking up there because Jason and Danny were talking about the display at Best Buy, and Danny's like, "Oh, they need to set these things up." And I had been at Nebraska Furniture Mart, and they have a mock game room of Arcade1up. So it's like
that was your video. I never watched it. I didn't know whose video that was.
Then another person did it at theirs, they're in Omaha, so they did the main store. I'm actually thinking of doing a one-day tour and driving up to Iowa, hitting Kansas City's, Iowa's, and then Omaha, and film all three in like one day for a video. But the you know, they've got that whole store set up. I was like, you guys have to see this, and that thing exploded. Well, that ain't just our normal niche community, right? There's not
no,
you know, typically 15,000 people viewing these things, and for it to go that far and that wide shows there's actually a lot more interest in this stuff than we know, right? Because there wasn't anything else in there. It was just like the store's Arcade1up display is insane, I think was like the title of it or whatever.
But I mean, but who's doing their marketing? Like
does your local Walmart still have theirs up?
No, Walmart got rid of their displays long time ago.
One of mine does and one doesn't.
Mine's in El Paso. They're all gone. I haven't seen that one display out here.
Added one for mine. So, but they have the 3 cabs. They have the Miss Pac-Man,
Mortal Kombat, and what's the other one?
They're working.
Buck Hunter or something.
No, they don't have Buck Hunter. I forget what's the other one. They have like usually three machines that they're selling, and then they have the Pac-Man.
Yeah, they're the small riserless ones.
But if you want Mortal Kombat with online,
it's
$300, $299. Yeah. I mean, and then they have the risers. I mean, it's a good starter kit to get somebody into it.
I'm just glad they're there.
Say mine, I look at them. You know, I go in there looking for toys and stuff every couple weeks, and it's always the same one. So they're not sitting there, but they're there.
No, I'm just waiting for them to drop to like $100, and I'll pick up that Mortal Kombat.
But see, the word is out based on the buttons, the screen. That's what's killing them. Like the marquee, like they make improvements. They seem to make steady improvements every wave instead of getting it all right all at one time. And then they'll get it right, and then they'll fall backwards. It seems like they can never get it right. It's like they're like private stupid ass in the Marines and shit that just can't get right for some apparent reason. Like he'll get it right for the moment, and then just go back to his original routine. They can never get right. And I mean, I understand that the community feels like, well, we keep giving them grief, but if the community keep telling you that the product is not great, why not fix all the errors at one time and stay on that timeline? That's all we asking. That way we don't have to go to a third party modder to get the parts improved when it should be fixed originally by you.
Gotham,
Yeah.
you just made me remind me of something. Have you seen the new Bad Boys?
I have.
Did you that scene with the Marine?
Yes.
And he at the end, we went backwards and watched all the other Bad Boys, and it's the 2 when he actually first comes in.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, that makes that seem so much better.
It just like I said, I love what Arcade1up has done for all of us. I have.
Oh yeah.
But we have to call it for what it is. And I hate the fact that they're censoring the chat rooms. They don't only want you to say positive stuff. My thing is fix all the stuff that is wrong with it. And then stop allowing the retailers to sell your products at a lower price. That's what's hurting them too.
Oh yeah, that Blitz thing was a disaster.
Yeah, that was well, did you know the reason why Blitz didn't do well? Because the late hits wasn't on it. This is my thing they should have did. They should have never marketed that way. They should have just called it Blitz, use generic teams with the stats of those players, and just call it Blitz Madness. And just advocate it like that. That cab would have sold because all you had to do is just mod the exterior and the marquee. That's it.
Yeah,
that would have worked.
Honestly, I think the Blitz thing, like I know people didn't like that it didn't have late hits, but I think your average consumer had no idea it didn't have late hits because they're not sitting here watching YouTube all day long with people talking about it.
You could still run around after the play though, so that kind of
but that doesn't count. Though.
You just
I know,
somebody.
but it made it a little better because I was like,
yeah,
because I could still like jump at them and like I knew that would have hit them if they wouldn't turn that off. But the biggest thing I think that killed that thing was the online wasn't ready at day one.
I think they should have held off. They should have just said that it was coming.
And because now it's a great. I love playing that. I love playing my
it's always
playing against people. I love playing it.
Yeah, it's quite frankly, it's always been my favorite cab. It's still the one I play the most, more than any of the other ones. I personally think the reason it failed is they just oversold the thing. The retailers said we want like 10 million of these, and they said okay instead of saying no, we think you can only sell this many. They just said okay, and then they got screwed when all those retailers go, hey, we didn't sell what we thought we were going to sell, and so you got to buy them all back when we discount them down to $200.
I heard it went down to almost $100.
It was like some places it was like $50.
If they were smart, they would have done it like NBA Jam and just re-release it every year around the time of the playoffs or in football, the beginning of the season, right? You get when everybody's hyped for their team and all optimistic, that's the perfect time to sell it. When
did they sell team
end of October like they did?
Did they sell
the teams are like, my team's not going anywhere. I'm not.
Say that again, Shay.
Did they sell team stools?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they had all of them.
That's just cash money right there.
Oh yeah, but they made them hard to find. They weren't in stores and stuff, and I think they priced them all at like $150 or $140 or something. They were ridiculously high.
Get greedy on that. Yeah. I mean, you get your favorite team on your stool, and then you can get your Blitz. Like you said, rehash it every year.
Yep, you'd think you'd have been able to walk into Walmart or anywhere. Like I'm in Kansas City, you'd see Chiefs ones everywhere, and there weren't.
You give an option for your own team. Oh my
God! Like you have Green Bay and have the stool and package it that way, and it could have just been called Blitz with the Green Bay skin art on it. That would have sold.
Yeah, there were a few people that were making new graphics of the original display with the different jersey on the player and helmet for every team, so you could go customize it. But me being a Broncos fan, I like that Terrell Davis.
Well, I have a hacked version of the N64. I'm playing it on the Ambernick actually right now. That is a hacked version that has all the updated roster, everything. It's called actually NFL Blitz 20.
And that would have been great to have been an add-on with the micro SIM card to add that in there. Now,
add a roster update
online, that could be an online play where two people have the same thing and they could online. That would have made that cap even so.
$2 to do a roster update or something crazy. They could get residuals every year.
NFL Players Association would never allow that. You'd have to leave it.
We're about to get a college football game for the first time in probably 10 years or
Since
so.
2014.
So anything can
Yep.
happen with the right amount of money.
Yeah, yeah. So they're playing what, each player $600. So
Yeah, and
you know, Arcade 1-Up ain't got EA money. They're
but
not
EA
gonna be
didn't
playing
EA own
each.
the license to Blitz?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they do.
They got rid of it in like 08, 09.
What an
Yeah, the
idiot.
versions they released were
They were good.
sheer shit.
No.
Nah.
I playing them. I'm playing them
I
right
have the
now.
later Blitz games. Them things is awesome. Them things is like terrorized.
I like the old school Blitz.
Oh, did you play the ones that don't have the NFL license?
Yeah,
Have you seen those?
I have
Those are
those.
just
Those
like
are
over
much
the
better
top.
than the actual NFL Blitz, where you see the bones breaking on the screen. I have those in shorts on my video. Like I have, they get a lot of hits, a lot of love on my channel. A lot of love.
Nice.
The PlayStation 2 versions where they they're juicing up and everything.
Like they had to do the word at the sideline.
I'm like, what the heck is
You'll be
this?
out for 5 minutes, but you put it right back in, and that's it.
Yeah, your leg fell off and they just shoot you with some. Oh, we're good. It's all flopping around. What the heck is this? They went to the extreme on that one.
I mean, I'm hoping for Arcade1up. I am. I'm definitely
Okay, if
hoping.
1UP don't deliver, are you gonna go to Ad Games then? I mean,
I have it as games. I actually have the Ad
you gonna
Games Ultra's Legend 1.2.
what about that
and
4K that 4K cab?
The 4K, I want to see a little bit more. I want to see a little bit more. I waited to get my Ad Games when it first came out. I want to see what it does.
Yeah, what's the point of the 4K unless we're gonna go something modern?
Well, unless it plays all like Afterburner Climax in the actual 4K format, I would definitely love to see that, and you have a control stick to go with it. That's what I want to see improvements on it. I want to see control improvement.
Get Glenn to make a stick for that bad boy.
Oh, you know he will.
Oh man, dude, I play some Afterburner like that.
I love Afterburner.
That
love to
Climax
see-
one
they wanna
for the
do that.
the PS3 version. That version is awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Those are things that Arcade1up is missing out on. That kind of market.
Yep.
Because like the controls, different type of controls, like Marble Madness. I would have loved to see that cab come out. Even if you did that as a specialty cab. That's
Yeah, Marble Madness would be awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you put Commandos and you put Jackal, all those B-list arcade games on one cab.
Commando, yeah.
That'd have been a great cab for like a military person.
Oh yeah.
Those are great cabs.
That's that rotary, right?
You're like, yeah.
Rotary, you got Akari, you got Heavy Barrel, you got Commando, you got
Contra. You think they could get Contra?
I think Contra would have been a good marquee game, but I think to add all the other games on would have brought you to that cab.
The problem with Contra is it's vertical. So you'd say, is there a...
If you play that new Contra, that new one?
I haven't.
Oh, dude, that's great.
Yeah.
Now you gotta make me go and look it up.
You haven't seen it?
It's basically the original, but like
it's original,
100.
Really well done. They
Badass
just,
looking.
oh man, I played on my ROG Ally. Man, that thing is awesome.
I have the physical ordered from Limited Run. I'm waiting to get whenever they ship 2 years from now.
Yeah, they got it for Switch too, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah. It's out on everything. I think all the Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Switch.
Like Unico or something could pick up something like that.
Oh well, the great thing about Unico is you can plug all those things into the
playing that
Blast.
Contra on that.
That's the thing. That's the thing I will probably more likely flip over to. Now it doesn't look. It's a mock
ugly.
candy cab. It doesn't fit the U.S. arcade motif. But for just playing games, if I'm going to go multicade or something, I'm going to go to Unico. I'm not going to personally go to the At Games because I want the 4x3 stuff. If I want to play 16x9, I'll just use a TV and arcade sticks. I don't know.
I think the Unico not going 16x9 was a mistake because that is ideal for like a Street Fighter 6 cab or a Tekken 8.
Yeah,
having that option on that cab. Oh my gosh, dude, you would sell. It's essentially Evo coming up. You're gonna.
Oh yeah.
That would sell. That would sell to a whole new world. Whole new crowd would be buying that thing.
That classic,
But the 4x3 isn't classic to any of us.
4x3.
Well, who's it classic to? People in Japan.
Like all the original arcade games are 4x3. It's Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
all
but
that
you
old
can
stuff.
still do 4x3 4x3 in the 16
Yeah, but then
by
you got
9.
wasted screen space. I don't like that.
Oh my gosh, it's like you guys got. Remember back in the day we had the 16 by 9 and the 4x3.
Letterboxes, I hated
Oh my
that too.
gosh.
I mean, I liked Letterbox because you could actually see the full image the way the director intended, but
Yeah,
I like the right format.
Do you don't like the
screen for
bezels?
like content.
The bezels
No.
done right look good. I mean,
I'd rather have the real actual bezel on there. So
Yeah.
like I'm happy to own a 16 by 9 and a 4 by 3, but I want to play my 4 by 3
Okay,
games on
okay.
a 4 by 3.
We need two then. We need two.
Just like just vertical, right? When I play the verticals, I want to play.
Yeah,
them
I
on a
get you on the
vertical
vertical. I
screen.
get you on the vertical
It's the
because
same thing. I could say, oh, it's just black lines on the.
I get you on the
sides.
vertical because verticals
But,
are
I mean,
a
but
lot.
that's the problem with Arcade1up. They haven't done a vertical screen since.
Yeah, but the verticals get squished
Yeah.
because they're not
Yeah,
tall
they get
enough.
much smaller.
But if you have a game that fits that format, you'll be fine. Just
Oh, yeah.
multiple games that fit that
And
format.
that's what Contra is, that vertical format, and so it makes it difficult for Arcade1up to do Contra on a Konami cab because they don't have too many vertical games to go with that. You know.
That's why you just get the new one.
Yep.
Speaking of, did you see that new what was it? That new Power Rangers? That Power Rangers game?
Yeah, the new beat 'em up.
That looks like the Turtles, the
there's
Shredder's
a-
Revenge.
I did. I have
Bunch.
seen.
You
I've
got
seen
the
a
new
preview of
GI
it.
Joe and the new Power Rangers coming.
Now I want that GI Joe, Turtles, and that
Toxic
Power Rangers
Avengers
game in
are-
a cab.
There's a Toxic Avengers one coming out too.
Oh, I would love to play that. Now, Toxic Avenger was fun when I played that.
Yeah, that one's been coming out. That's one that was announced first. You'd think that would be out by now.
Yeah, that GI Joe one looks cool. The Power Rangers one with the roller coaster level, and they had. I'm not even into Power Rangers. I'm like, I'll play this.
Yeah.
But that would be great on the At Games 4K. And I think that would be a great addition to that.
Yeah.
That would make me gravitate to go and buy that.
The modern retro that they're going for.
Yes.
I mean, they're pulling at me, and I don't even know these. Some of these IPs I don't even care about. But man, the gameplay is pulling me in. I'm like, I'll give that a shot.
So the thing that gets me with the ALU, right? You know, the 4K screen they're throwing in there ain't good, right? It's going to be as cheap as they can get it to throw it in there. So if you're going to play some of these more modern retro style games, wouldn't you rather have a much better 4K screen with a higher refresh rate, you know, larger size? To me, like, it's just as easy to put a TV on the wall and have a pedestal with a stick on it and use a PC.
I mean, you can say that with
use
about any of
PlayStation
that,
5.
but yeah, get you on refresh rate if it's going to take advantage of it. But well, you got the 4K ALP, right?
I don't.
Yes.
I don't.
So is that screen good?
I compared to the other one, yes, but compared to other 4K screens, no. I mean, it's good enough for what it is.
What brand
But
is
it's
the
not
4K
like-
screen?
What's that?
What brand is it?
Oh, I don't. I'm sure somebody has it out there. Wagner might have it out there. It's not a high end one, right? It is an
Yeah, they're
affordable
selling-
one that they can put in there.
They're selling 4K TVs at Walmart now for $200.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but
I
I
just-
mean, if you
I just
throwing
bought a
that
new
shit
TV
in
for like
there-
$100, and it was like, okay,
yeah. I mean, to me, the 4KP is different because that is a whole lot more than just the screen, right? You've got multiple screens, you've got
Mhm.
the way it's all wired together, as opposed to like a TV on a wall, which is really when you're buying the ALU, it's a TV, like basically.
Are you getting the
on the
Pixel? Are
wall.
you getting that marquee though with that? Because that is another screen.
The LCD marquee does come with the new one, which is pretty
Papa Brad says a BOE, but I mean, but BOEs they come in different numbers, different lighting settings.
Yeah.
So what BOE? Which BOE is?
Right. Yeah, they're
But-
more 4x3s, right?
Well, at least the ones we know. I'm sure BOE makes a bunch of different screens. Different.
I think
formats.
the major screen manufacturers are like Sharp and Samsung.
And
Yeah.
Fisher or Sony.
Yeah,
Sony
BOE is definitely niche, but there's a bunch of people that make the cheapy ones, right? There's all
Yeah.
different kinds of companies, but the good TVs, like you're saying, they're made by like 3 manufacturers.
Yeah, there's
It
like
doesn't matter what the brand is; they all have the.
they all use the same
they're
screen.
same.
Samsung makes the screen for the Apple iPad. or iPhones, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
These little
And they
man, I
always
love his
sue each
comment.
other over patent infringement, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, they're suing each other, but we'll make your screen.
Look at Jason Little Aliens comment. His is funny though.
Some really crappy. They made it into an arcade one.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, you can tell. You can tell by the color quality.
Those TN ones.
Well, no, like some of the BOEs might have high color. Some of them might have dim color. Like I did the mod for my Pac-Mania, and I actually put a BOE in. And the color.
Yeah, my Pac-Mania sucks.
Well, mine is a lot better. It doesn't have the shadow, but it's not as bright for a BOE.
Okay.
When you look at this BOE for the MK3, it's brighter.
Crisp. It's got that.
It's crispier. So
I see that.
if it was a way to go into settings and tweak it up a little bit, it would actually help. That I would love Arcade1up to actually add on to that menu to actually
get calibrated, right?
Yes. Yeah, they don't put any of those features on where you could calibrate it through software, which you think would be a no-brainer. Yeah. They're like, you're lucky enough you got volume.
Yeah, Pac-Mania. You can see it. Yeah, my Pac-Mania, I like it because it's Pac-Mania, but man, that screen is so totally washed out. I'm like, man, I'm not a screen snob, but man, this is horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
Well, I mean, the BOE I got in is actually pretty good. It's clean all the way through, no shadows nowhere. It's just not as bright. But when I looked at the Pac-Mania that's here, one guy has one. It looks exactly the same. And I changed the marquee out, went to Joe Sabo's, got his marquee. It's phenomenal.
Did you get this sticker edition?
No, I actually
stickers all over the site.
Nah, it's
the stickers.
Is the
no.
Pull sticker
I got mine at
and cap it on it. That's it.
Yeah. I got mine at Ollie's. Where'd you get yours?
Which what? The Pac-Mania?
Yeah.
I think I got mine at Walmart.
$2.99 at Ollie's, man. That's where I got mine.
Man, it's no Ollie's got those Arcade1up's. I had never even heard of them.
What's that? Ollie's? Yeah, that's
everybody's like, Ollie's has all these things for like
I'm 5 minutes away from my Ollie's, so I like randomly go in there and I like, I got Blitz from there. I got a Partycade and I got Pac-Mania.
Yeah, I go in now. I didn't even know it existed until somebody said that. I was like, I've never even heard of it. And I looked, and Kansas City's got like 4 of them. I was like, what?
Yeah, they get all the overstock. Like if Target or something like sells it, they have a lot of cool toys too.
Yeah,
their toy section during Christmas time, they overstock on a lot of the toys. You can get some pretty cool stuff. I got Starscream, the Coronation Edition for $12.
Nice.
Jason Little Alien. No, this one doesn't have the stickers on it. This is the actual version of it. I don't have that sticker shit. Fuck that.
Well, you add it. All it was is a bunch of stickers you could add.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing that. That's not.
Keep the stickers. I keep the stickers.
I've never seen it in the arcade looking like was the plain white.
No, I didn't put. Nobody's putting the stickers on the cab except for little kids.
They have no money for coin doors. No money for.
Here's a bunch of stickers.
HDMI out, but they got stickers.
And it's funny they make a big deal about the sticker edition. They're like, "Oh, this one has stickers." I'm like,
"Did y'all hear about the Golden Axe disappearing?"
Yeah, it's sold out everywhere.
Yeah, I actually had the first wave of the Golden Axes when they dropped.
I'll go check.
Disappeared for a whole year. Everybody was crying about them damn things.
Yeah, I think the reality, Kevin, is that nobody actually stocked Golden Axe. They were all drop ships from Kokum or whatever, and so once they sold out there, they sold out everywhere.
Why they still got a bunch of Dragon Slayers still laying around? I thought them shit sold out.
At Wayfair?
Yeah, I thought they were gone. Because Arcade1up said they only made like 10,000 of them. I thought they were already gone by now.
Kokum probably found a pallet of them buried in their warehouse somewhere.
Then you hear about Gallagher guy's Tron. His PCB like died on him.
Yeah, I saw that.
About that.
Oh, my Tron is still living. Still,
his went that did the TTTT did this like
didn't they tell him that they'd send him a new one?
$75.
Yeah, but how do they have more PCBs? That's not.
They must.
That's a good question. They should.
Must see. I said $75 to get a new one, and he's like had to go through like all these questions and stuff like that. And
there's a guy on Etsy that sells PCBs. You should check with him first because he sells them for $40.
Do you have a link for it?
Not off the top of my head. I can find it though and post it as a comment.
Yeah, I
to
bought
this
a couple
video
of them
later.
off eBay. I mean, I just
Yeah.
I bought my Simpsons off eBay. I was wanting to play with Simpsons until I found them.
Yeah,
I
I went
Tron
from
is
having
one I
no
wanted and
Simpsons
missed.
to like 3 PCBs and like two machines, and I ended up like, what the heck am I gonna do with all these Simpsons? And then of course the mod came out, and so we went nuts
Oh,
with
yeah.
it. So that you talk about adding games, man. That cab's worth a lot more now that I have all those games on it.
Oh, 100%. I bought mine for what, $199 when Walmart blew them out a couple of years ago, and immediately loaded it with all those games. It's way more fun with
Oh
all
yeah, because
that
you
stuff.
you got all those beat 'em ups, and you can you. I didn't put too many of them on there. So people are like, just put 500 games on this stupid thing. I'm like, dude, it's and then
Papa
they're like,
Brad,
my machine crashed. I wonder why.
Papa Brad, that Golden Axe is emulate great on the ad games. The ad games legend. I mean, even you could put it on the Neo Geo, the MDXX as a hat. It depends on the screen color. I think it all has to do with the color of the screen. The screen is what's going to dictate whether that
I
game.
gotta upgrade my iArcade monitor. I'm kind of because
I like the iArcade. I actually have the Double Dragon. The Double Dragon edition.
Oh, you got the Double Dragon one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
did you get Glenn's Switch? Did you?
No,
buy
I'm not doing that. I love I just love it the way it is. I'm gonna leave it as that.
So, do you like the form factor of the iArcade? Because I never got past that.
I didn't personally. I think it was something that I didn't have FOMO at the beginning. But I think as time went along, and I saw the games that were on there, I kind of like, okay, I like the sound system. I love the things that it added to it, the pieces it added onto it. I really got mine secondhand from a guy out here in Lubbock, Texas, that his wife didn't want it in the house at all. So I got a good price.
Get this thing out of here.
Yeah, there's one for sale by me, and I keep considering.
Oh my gosh,
getting it.
As far as build,
I just think it's so ugly.
The build quality of those things are so good. They're probably the best built, and the design of how they're built is like extremely smart. Because it's pretty much a countercade
on
that
top
you screw into a stand,
right?
And it's solid, and you can do so much with it. You can.
I mean,
there's people that are making toppers for those things that make it look a little better,
look more like a real arcade.
Yeah, and they're so hackable now. They're so upgradable. You can put so much stuff in with Glenn's deck. I just got his deck. I popped that sucker in there. I can do so. I haven't scratched the surface of what I can do with that thing. And then I'm getting Glenn's. I'm probably one of the few that actually bought Glenn's switcher, so I'll be doing a video on that and just being able to go to the Viper and going back and forth and stuff, just checking it out. You know, it was only $125, and I was like, you know, I already have the deck. I might as well just get the whole thing and play around with it. As far as build quality and what you can do with it, it's above and beyond like an Arcade1up or even the at games of what you can do with it and stuff like that. It's a project cab now. I got it right before they went out of business. Like I got FOMO.
I was trying to find mine and they sold out.
$400 and stuff. I snagged it. I mean, I think Toxin got his like right before I did, and so me and him kind of got in the community at the same time, as far as finding everybody here and stuff like that. Because I started like, why does everybody hate iArcade?
I mean,
why is everybody fighting? What's the big deal? What the heck is going on?
I like the games they had on it. I think they were different. I think they were cheap versions of what was out there. I think it brought a whole different marketplace into it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, they just didn't have the market games to draw the main buyers to it. And I think when you looked at all the reviews, they were always mixed. Like, oh, the build is great, but the games are trash. And that was the biggest thing that I couldn't get past. But I think as time went along, and it kind of like, and you constantly
it came with what, 25 games or something like that?
You had to get it.
It came with 25 games or 10 games or something. I can't remember. And to me, I was like, well, if 3 of them are good, it's worth it to me. And it had Double Dragon and Dragon's Lair, and there was a few of them. And then they had a couple free ones. What's that twin stick one they have that's kind of like Robotron? I can't remember it, but that game is fun. And so they had enough for me to justify buying it. I was like, well, if I can get like at least 5 of these games that I can actually fun, what's the difference between that and our Arcade1up? You know,
right?
And then an option to buy more. Awesome. in apps and buy more and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I was like,
Well, if Arcade1up was releasing stuff, I'd still not be considering it. But there's nothing else to buy.
you guys all have to buy stuff. It's like, what the heck, man? I don't have to buy stuff. I mean, I got so much to play with now.
I know.
Now I got the freaking the best thing right here.
I gotta get me one of those. But only
got my
if
crane
Joel
now.
makes a riser for it.
I would love to see Arcade1up bring a soda machine out. I think that would be interesting. That would be kind of interesting. Bring a Coke 3/4 scale.
Hey man, you're talking to
that
the
would be
gamer
great.
fridge, man. You
Yeah. I still want the tapper with the mini fridge in it, man. That's all I want.
what if
Tapper
those
with the mini fridge.
Pixel Bash, is it?
Pistol Bash.
They have
Yeah.
one with a fridge in it. It's
Yeah, for
Pac-Man.
$3,000 or something, right?
Well, everybody's talking about buying a $4,000 super sprinter on here.
Yeah,
Might as well get
everybody's talking about it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, somebody just said they pre-ordered it in somebody's chat.
I think that's too much for me personally. I'd rather just go and get a real one.
Look, if you're a diehard arcade replica guy, I get it. Like it's it's
definitely.
the exact replacement almost, right? And if you had a place to put it to make money, like to take people's quarters, I would do it. But
I just
yeah,
love how they get away
we're
with
in
it.
my
We're not
basement,
selling the
like,
ROM, we're
nah.
just selling the machine.
yeah, I mean they did it to show that they could do it and how good they could do it. They're like they want to sell the wheels to modders and stuff, right? That's the reality.
Yeah, but now they're saying that they didn't realize everybody would want to buy it, and they're saying our pre-orders are getting out of hand.
Yeah, well, I think, like I said, the real arcade collectors, the people that are out there grabbing the big stuff, I think they're not even going to hesitate to pick it up because you're talking about a near perfect replica that's brand new with no
and the
wear
parts
and
are going to
tear.
be warranted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think where they missed the mark was not making a 3/4 scale for the smaller mark. That's like even though you have
I'm right there with you.
mod,
Yeah, if they sold one of those for like $1,500,
right there with you.
I might buy it.
Yeah,
I think that would be still too much.
If they included the computer and everything, I might consider it.
Okay.
Would you want the
that
2
price.
or the 1?
I would want the 3. That's the way I saw it.
You want a 3, like kind
I
of
want
what?
3.
Have you seen Joel's?
I think if you take the 4-player deck, right, like
Yes.
Arcade1up has, you
And
can
on
fit
the
3
XL?
in there. Yep.
Well, have you
the
seen
XL.
G.I. Joel's? Have you seen G.I. Joel's?
I haven't seen his. I haven't seen.
He
the
built
videos
one.
yet.
He
I have
built it
not
off
seen
road.
Nice.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah, but that
built
was
it
for the,
off-road.
like for the 3/4 scale.
Is it a 2-player off-road
No, it's
though?
3.
Or is it,
3?
wow.
But
Oh,
he
it's
said
perfect.
that it kind of as he's turning, it kind of it moves a little bit. It's not
Yeah.
weighted down, so you still need XL for that. I think
Yeah,
XL.
he's kind of watching what they're doing. He's considering making one because I live by him, so I went and played it, and it's
Nice.
actually quite.
But you know what Arcade1up could have did? They could have made a pro one like that.
Does he
Much
have a
more
CNC
heavier
machine?
wood, denser.
Is that
Yeah,
how
he
he's
does.
making these?
He has a CNC. He has a whole shop.
Then man, he just needs to make us kits of the different cabs and XL.
Yeah, I mean he's I've thrown that idea to him and stuff. And I work
we
at a
can get
furniture
the
shop, and I get him all the
screens-
wood he wants.
Yeah, and we can get the screens from Buy Stuff. All he needs to do is take the Arcade1up's and scale them a few inches and for the files, and then just because everything's done. Well,
That's like I was like modified the iArcades how they build them, because like I said they come together so nice.
Yeah,
I mean you can change the design a little bit so it looks more like a regular arcade, but the way they make them into countercades first, and then they lock into a stand, which is probably the smartest way to do it.
right.
And it lines perfectly up, and you can make them as tall as you want. And he can make stands. He knows how to do that. Having that modular design, and like you said, and being able to put whatever brain you want into that.
Yep. Yeah, you
flat like a party cave.
Get it so you can flat pack the thing. And
flat pack it. Yeah.
you just make the frame, and we can assemble it and slap whatever stickers.
But the problem is he's one guy.
Yeah, I know.
He's over getting on
Well, what he could sell, he could sell the the full kits, but he could also just sell the
plans,
files.
the files.
Yeah, and then you
Well, I
can go
thought you couldn't do
local.
that. I thought you couldn't sell the files.
He can sell the files if he makes them his own design.
Yeah, there are websites where you can go download full arcade files and take them to local
I'm tracking
shops.
that.
Yeah,
I'm tracking that. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, when you let's say you want to do a company called 1UP Remix, and basically make the cab and make the way you want to, but you couldn't really sell the games. You probably would just have to sell the cab.
yeah.
Well, that's what we're saying. We're saying
It's
have the
just
cabs,
it's
but
just
then
the wood. Like all he has to do is sell the wood,
yeah,
and we can put in our own sticks and buttons and PCBs.
call
Like,
up
'cause
Glenn.
You could take literally Arcade1up's PCBs, buy stuff arcade 19-inch screen, and just hook. You could take the guts out of a 3/4 and put it into a custom XL, and you're off to the races.
Yeah, this is what this is how modular iArcade is. This is their control deck.
Yeah,
So everything is just like the way they built it is. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, this is like a basic design.
Yeah,
and they did such a good job at. You could have somebody make the decks like this, and like Glenn could make decks for them, and like he does his little mini one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we could all come together and get
all you
and
need.
Then,
you got different companies making the graphics, different controls.
We could put everybody into business here, and we can get what we want.
4 or 5 different designs, and you can build any cab you want.
Mm-hmm. And you just make it a reasonable price. That's how you're gonna do it.
Call it 1UP Remix. That's all.
1UP Remix.
Yep. I mean, because you literally adding a bunch of different people that actually have better products to the cab for what you want to make it, how you want to make it, and you really add your own games to it. Then you make your own games list. 1UP Remix.
I like it. Let's do it. Let's get some smart people on that.
Hashtag 1UP Remix. If anybody want to see that company coming to life, you know.
Call up
Danny
John. Call up John D.
Yeah, he can get the licenses.
Yeah, you can get it all legal. Let's do this.
Jason Llewellyn said he said we got our top men on it.
Yeah, I think this is the thing that kind of holds me back on the multicade aspect. Like, I want that 360 wheel for the 360 wheel games. I think it would be very hard to play some of these standard racing games with that wheel.
No, it's
like Daytona and stuff. Like, it would be.
Yeah, I built my own. I built my own racing cab with the Logitech wheel and stuff like that. Yeah. That's the way to go.
I think everybody wants that way you can sit and actually be comfortable driving. I mean, that's what everybody was hoping that Atkins would have came out with, but they never did.
And if you're a diehard into wanting to sit, there's a ton of PC setups for that. Like, we have Micro Center here, and you can just
go to Micro Center. Micro Center's got like tons of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I have a video where I made one for I'd say about $400. I built one complete.
Nice.
With I had the monitor already, but you can get monitors for $100. They're not that. The biggest component was the chair and the steering wheel, and then I added the shifter for the Logitech shifter and stuff like that. And having
Kevin nailed it. 1UP Remix can hire TaskRabbit to do the assembly of all these cabs and.
Oh, we get Gotham to go over to their house who haven't done in a minute, man.
I don't know
that Ranger action assembling on me.
No, you be a crew. Get yourself a crew and you train them.
I mean, that's only if I know what I'm doing. I don't want to come out with a fucked up problem like Arcade1up has been doing. That should be on clearance quick. That doesn't help the situation. That makes it 10 times worse. I'm trying to have a good.
No, we make it quality, man. We make it quality.
Well, yeah, but I need people that know how to make good quality, and I'm not that person.
Yeah,
my modern skills.
We'll get Joel on it. We'll get
novelty at best.
We'll get Joel on it.
Give TaskRabbit a pile of wood and a PCB and tell him to make a Tekken.
Make this into a Tekken 3.
I'm surprised we didn't see that cab yet. Tekken, Soul Calibur. I would have loved to see those out there.
Oh man, that would have been beautiful.
That was the sole reason Travis didn't that why he went to work for them was so they'd make a Tekken. So
yeah, but they were paying him though.
Yeah,
I mean, this is my thing when it came to the ambassador. No disrespect to Travis. Travis do have a lot of subscribers on his channel, but he wasn't in this space.
Yeah,
so to me, him to be an ambassador for this community, I thought it was a slap in the face for the people that's been in since day one. My thing is, why not get all the content creators that have been around this space a lot longer that actually have more invested in the space? I didn't feel like Travis was for the best interest of this community. I'm just going to call it for what it is. Now, if you want to see me at a game show and want to have a conversation, believe me, I'm ready for that smoke. But I don't feel that he was ever ready for this space. He wasn't. I'm just calling for what it is.
Yeah, I think he was just a fan, right? And really wanted
he
to.
He wasn't a fan. He has none of these. He didn't have when you looked at his face, he didn't have a lot of cabs. Yeah. So he wasn't really a fan. It just
he definitely wasn't building big arcades or anything that we've seen. No. He had a handful of cabs, and that I think they're all looked like mostly Gen 1 stuff. But
I just feel like he wasn't the person that should have been an ambassador. I felt like the community should have picked an ambassador. That's how it should have worked. When you think about the word ambassador, the people have to nominate that person.
Yeah.
He was not the ambassador I was thinking.
Yeah, it is interesting that they used him, because I think ideally what they wanted was him to tell them, how should we handle the community? And then that ended up putting him out front and center of everybody instead of behind. But
he doesn't know about the the ups and downs of this community.
Yeah.
How to handle us.
My thing is, you should have had.
How do you handle these people?
You should have had at least six people being an ambassador. And then this is my thing. This is how I would have picked it. I'd have picked P-Dubs for one. I'd have picked 19K Fox. Those are the two OGs. I'd have picked two new people, maybe Corner K, PD7, because they're brand new. I'd have picked She Lion, because you need a female commentary in the mix. And I'd have picked Rexer. Rexer would have blew all that shit up, so he would have called everybody on their shit. That's how you fuck it up. And you would have had a lot of transparency, a lot of honesty. That'd have been great content for an hour. I believe everybody was excited to listen to that.
That'd be fun.
That's a multiverse I want to see. I want to see
a multiverse.
Rexer's the big Arcade1up guy.
He'd have destroyed, you fucking lying. You called everybody on this shit.
Don't Papa Brad in there too. Let him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the way it works with Arcade1up is you can clearly see right from their Instagram and stuff, if you pay attention, is they're obsessed with celebrity, and it doesn't matter who you are. And so for them, Travis being a bigger YouTuber, they looked, this Travis, he really likes us. Let's give everything to him.
Yeah, it's but he's based on electronics.
Yeah, that Kevin Hart video, right? They see Kevin Hart.
They were better off
in a room with a couple Arcade1ups, and Arcade1up's been shoving that video out everywhere. Look who's in the background of this video.
They would have been better off with RGT85, to be honest.
Oh,
they
yeah.
wanted a bigger.
Yeah, I think because he's been around since the beginning.
You had him and Scott's what is it? Scott's oh my god.
Scott the Woz?
No, the Scott. Yeah, that's right. Scott
the Woz.
Yeah, I was for some reason I was saying Scott Statch.
Yeah, Scott the Woz. Yeah, he was
Scott Squatch, but that's the wrong guy.
Scott Squatch.
Yeah. Scott
well, RGT, he had all
both of them had tons of them.
Yeah, because he was in it from the beginning.
Yep.
He was. He basically stopped right after X-Men. He felt like the product was shit. He said it was overpriced. He called it on the channel. He said it's overpriced for $7.49.
Yeah, he wasn't showing for nobody.
He was upset when the risers came out, right? Like he didn't like the risers.
He's loud.
RGT, yeah, he liked them sitting. He goes, I sit down and play these.
Yeah.
But what really killed Blitz was when Stuttering Craig. I watched that live stream when he got it, and he hated Blitz. He literally on air just wrote them and said, "This is garbage." He goes, "I know Blitz. This is not Blitz and stuff." He literally, we need to talk. He goes, "This is horrible," because he was a huge Blitz fan. I'm like, you had Stuttering Craig on there, and you don't realize how big he is. He just went and just slammed that machine. And then I guess from then on it was just done.
Even NBC didn't do. NBC2 didn't do really well. Even when
they have online, right? And that was
it wasn't that they hyped it up during Evo. They made it seem like it was something. Was it? And then when John D. got on and said there was only going to be three sets of them. And then them shits.
Oh yeah, they FOMO'd it. Didn't
yeah. And it wasn't like I went and got mine thinking like, okay, let me get mine. First batch, I got mine, I think, at Target for like it was on. I got a rebate ticket and it got down to like $5.25 from like the original price. I got it and it wasn't online, which I didn't mind, but the way to see it still be out there in the mass market after 2.5 years makes no sense.
Yeah.
So that's the part that
does it play good? I mean, because I can play it on my arcade just fine.
It plays pretty decent. I mean, when it first came out, it wasn't online and it didn't have much lag to it, but it played pretty decent. I never played MVC2, so I couldn't really tell the difference. But I was like, but where's the online portion? And then the fact is, for to be MVC2, why not put the Punisher with it? I know Disney closed the vault, said they will never publish it, but I think that should have been the last time they should have published the Punisher for that cab because it was on the Marvel Superheroes cabinet. That was the last time we seen that.
Yeah, and then they come out with a bunch of corner or those cabinet, those what was the small ones called?
The countercades.
Countercades, like all last Christmas, and that's on there. They're just liquidating like tons of those things.
Yeah.
So that game's on there.
Well, because I think those are older PCBs that were laying around. So they
but they like sold them like everywhere.
Yeah.
You talk about a grocery store, you can buy one. What the heck?
Disney's stupid for shelving that anyway. Punisher is like one of the most popular characters, that Marvel has, and
I think
for them to try to.
I think they're even changing the comic book. They were messing with it,
they did.
They changed the symbol and everything. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that trash.
I didn't understand why they brought X-Men 97 out.
I'm hearing it made them money.
Yeah, I think that because of cartoon.
Yeah. I think it was good, but I was like, we were talking about lining things up. They finally got one.
I mean, for the people but I didn't see the purpose in buying it. Maybe if it had
I didn't see the purpose of buying it, no. But I mean, it was a smart move of getting maybe a new crowd into it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people liked the art on the side. Really bought it just for the art.
Why do we buy these things anyway?
Much. That's why I bought Blitz for Terrell Davis on the side.
Well, they got Blitz. Blitz should be a four-player cab anyway.
A lot of people felt that it should have been a 2-player cabinet.
It is.
It should have been a 2-player cabinet. You should have had a conversion. It should have been able to buy it in either form factor. That's what I think Arcade1up kind of messed.
That's the first thing everybody's doing was converting that to a 2-player. I mean,
because everybody got so many cabinets in their house. I got like 50+ cabinets. I kid you not. That's a lot of cabinets.
I don't have.
So you got to have an immense amount of room for that shit.
Yeah.
That's why you're getting a new house for a basement.
Oh yes. I mean, either sell all the fucking cabinets off and shit, but
I saw the cabinets or sell my house, huh?
Well, I was automatically getting a house anyway with a basement, but this is just add on to the decor of it. So it just
at this point, you just need to get like a 20,000 square foot warehouse and set up all your cabs.
It'd be like your master. He gets a storage cage.
Yeah,
he does. He's got a storage cage, power in it and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna be on the storage wars. I'm like, I want his
No, you know what? There was an episode that somebody did have some Arcade1up's in their storage. The guy, I think he bought it for like $300. It was like 20 of them in there in boxes.
Oh, he made out like a
he was like Arcade1up. He's like, I don't know what Arcade1up. He looked it up and he see the prices for it. He had like almost $6,000-$7,000 with the arcade products in his storage.
He's the guy with all the Facebook listings that
with
are
all
like,
the box with the MGs.
Pac-Man Arcade,
they were all full.
$3,000.
They found MG's storage cabinet with all his.
Oh man,
we're getting late, man.
Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. Holy Christ!
Wow, you start off slow.
I appreciate y'all having me on. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, James.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you guys coming on because you saved a wrecked show.
Oh, nah, the show wasn't right. It just shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why we come here. Come to the rescue. We're here to help each other.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, Gotham, we need to get you on Arcades Anonymous, definitely.
Like I said, I sent you something. Let's see.
Yeah, Ty wants you on. So I was like, I'm trying to reach out to you. So
I sent you something.
Yep, something popped up on my screen and then it went away.
I sent you something and I sent you a picture of my IG. So you just hit me up whenever you're ready for me to pop one. I'll come on and have a good
you
time.
You resend that so I can like click on it because
I enjoy your content. I really do. I enjoy everybody's content. You know, I try to come on and support.
Yeah, we did a little. I don't know if you've seen it. We did a little tour of your
yeah, I seen it. I told y'all to be gentle.
Oh yeah.
Like, please be gentle because I mean, I gotta take me out to dinner before y'all, at least for me to give it up, right?
Yeah.
I have army humor. You know, you get so.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I remember coming in the army and they would say something ridiculous. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all all gay up in this bitch? It's like, now I see the comedy and everything. So, but whenever you want to have me on, gentlemen, please reach out to me. I'm always supportive of your content. I think y'all do a great job on your platforms. I watch all your videos. Everybody's it's on my alert bell. So even though I don't put out a lot of content because I want to make sure I have something great to talk about, but I truly enjoy all the stuff y'all come out with. Y'all make the community live, and unfortunately, we're losing so many content creators over the bullshit, the back and forth.
That's not.
We don't get involved in that crap.
Yeah.
My thing is like I was sitting there one night and I was watching She Lion, and I see that someone pushed her out of the space because they're all online after hours on Facebook. I am, and they're up there telling everybody's personal business. Like, how deep is this goes? Like, this is about video games, all about video games, and it seemed like we have forgotten about that in this space. So hopefully, I like I would say, I would love to meet everybody at some point, but as far as personal stuff, keep that to yourself. I don't need to know nothing about anything. I just want to enjoy your content.
Yeah, let's just talk about games and.
That's all. Arcades
even with this life stuff, as a man, we're all grown up men. We all go through life stuff as men, so that's we all can learn from each other. But as far as stuff that's real personal, I think a lot of people need to keep that to themselves. I think it's one thing being friendly, but you got to be careful who you be friends with. Friend is a hard word to basically say. That's my friend right there. That's a lot. But
well said.
But I appreciate y'all having me on, fellas. I'm going to check out. Y'all know where to find me if you ever want me to pop back on. So,
yep, Jason dropped your channel in the chat, so really appreciate you being here.
I appreciate y'all. I mean, coming to support Gotham City's Arcade. We're only like 3 some change away from 1,000. So, hopefully I can get there by the end of the year. I would like to rub my ex-wife's face a little bit. Just cry in her fucking face.
Yeah,
she's the reason why I made this channel. She's the reason why I made it.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, she has a YouTube channel, and it took her 20 years to get 200 subscribers. I tripled her amount in less than a year and a half, so I'm fucking enjoying this shit. Like, this shit is, like, she is pissed like a motherfucker. I'm enjoying this shit.
Tell her she just needs to start talking about Arcade1up and stuff.
Yeah. She don't do that shit.
You don't know nothing about that.
My ex-wife is from Maryland. She's that type of demon type female that I did not see, but 3 years of marriage was good enough.
Wow, we're talking about getting personal.
Yeah.
Oh, this is personal to me. This is definitely personal to me. I just want to just that's it.
We all have those scars, I think.
I'm enjoying it because she didn't get none of my retirement when I'm about to leave the military. So it just makes it even worse.
Yeah, there you go.
Gotham, man. Woo.
I like I said, Gotham is a perfect day for me. The Joker, I love to laugh at your fucking face. I enjoy that shit. That shit is
excellent.
Funny.
That's awesome.
But gentlemen, have a great night. I see y'all later. All right, gentlemen.
All right, man.
You too. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks Gamer Fridge. Thanks Gotham. Loved it. Again, appreciate the rescue and jumping on. And
yeah, definitely.
That was a great conversation.
Please support Arcade Anonymous and James Hate Everything. Please support these two brothers. They are doing great content, everybody. Please
definitely.
Like and
get out there.
Happy Father's Day,
guys.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day to both of y'all, gentlemen.
Yes,
I forgot to say that. Today
happy
is
Father's Day to all you and all the.
We made it to Father's Day.
Chat. Yep.
Oh yeah, y'all about to get those funny gifts, the ties, the light up shit.
Yeah, we're actually going to eat pizza and going to an arcade. So
okay, that's great. What about you, James? What are you about to do?
we did ours today, so I smoked and smoked some sausages.
I was gonna
and-
say smoked what?
yeah, got that stuff. So it's legal on the other side of the state line from where I'm at. But
Awesome. Or
we're Kansas City. We love our barbecue, so I smoked out for the kids, and did brisket, mac and cheese, and beans, and all that good stuff, along with sausage and stuff. And then that was it. So I did my Father's Day today, so that we could do other stuff tomorrow. So it was a good one. So awesome. So hope everybody else has a good one, and appreciate everybody for being here.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
You too.
I got to find this outro thing. There we go.